snakeskin hanging from a willow tree. All the birds flying out to sea. The sky's the furthest thing from blue, and all that means is whatever it means to you. A horseshoe hanging on your front door. You break a mirror and you're 7 years poor. If you cross your eyes and you dot your T's, all that means is whatever it means to me. Well, you crack that pack of cigarettes, turn the first one around, and if you see Abraham Lincoln, you pick him up off the ground. You got a rabbit foot in your pocket and a cross on your rear view, and all that means is whatever it means to you. If the sun shines on a rainy day, you hold your breath when you pass a grave. Oh, and if knock on wood is all you can do, all that means is whatever it means to you. Well, you pack that pack of cigarettes, turn the first one around, and if you see Abraham Lincoln, you pick him up off the ground. You got a rabbit foot in your pocket and a cross on your rear view, and all that means is whatever it means to you. The stories told in all these songs don't sound the same to everyone. Some you hear, some you see, and all that means is whatever it means to me. Not all are real, but all are true. All that mean is whatever they mean to you. Well, you crack that pack of cigarettes, turn the first one around, and if you see Abraham Lincoln, you pick him up off the ground. You got a rabbit foot in your pocket and a cross on your rear view, and all that means is whatever it means to you. Well, whatever it means to you. The snakeskin hanging from a willow tree, and all the birds flying out to sea.
What's up, everybody? Good morning, good day, good evening, wherever it's working for you. Can y'all hear me okay? 5x5? Hopefully we're all good. I know this morning, boy, it's been crazy this morning. Cool. Thanks, Huck. Oh, man. Shit, dude, it took me like an hour to finally get this stream to go in. I don't know what the deal was. Every time I'd say create, it would just sit there and spin, and it'd go, error, try again later. And it'd be like, wait, what? What's up, Boost Man? Man. Well, I don't know. The kids were out here, but now they decided to go back here behind me. I don't know. I figured I'd sit out here with him. Figured I'd just shoot the shit with everybody for maybe a couple hours, see how everybody's doing. Tonight, I'll be doing the auction, trying to raise a little money. So just got some, I don't know, just random stuff. Got some old books, got some instructional books, got some Afghans, got some little whatnots, antique type whatnots. I don't know. I pulled out some necklaces too last night. And I showed them over on Bonnie's. A couple of necklaces that were my mom's. So I figure if they find a good home, that's all that matters. I just try to gotta get some stuff because there's a plan, not a big one, but it's I should have made some steps earlier and I didn't. Hey, Joyful Shift, Sherry, Joyful Wizard. Well, let's see. What time? It's 9 o'clock Central. I got a. It should be posted, and I think there's a thing in the community page too. Joe, fixing to pop that bad boy into pieces, huh? Tell you what, I'll drop the link if anybody wants to come up and kind of shoot the shit. I'm okay with that. It's been kind of slow starting. I don't know. Sometimes I sit and I think too much. And then as I'm thinking and I'm starting to piece these pieces together, in this little puzzle, and I'm kind of okay to do it. Then I realize, man, it just, it's that overwhelming feeling sometimes. You know how that goes. Hell, I realized I went to going trying to do all this shit outside. And hell, I joked about my Crocs, but then I actually realized that, holy shit, man, that's really the only pair of shoes I got besides my work boots. So it was like, well, shit, okay. Pants. I realized I didn't have no damn pants. Hell, I got damn pajama bottom type things because I don't wear uniforms anymore. So it was like, whoops. The only thing I got to rely on, I still got shirts. So yeah, just kind of weird shit. Well, that's one 6 sounding chainsaw. It's either a crappy carburetor or a shitty gas. Thank you, Joyful. Do Crocs make a fart noise when you walk in? You know what? They will if your feet are damp. Wizard, they do if your feet are damp. Yeah, if you're right. Sorry, man. Y'all can hear that? Sorry if y'all. Morning, Eric. Man, I guess I could go. I don't know. I reposition myself. I could always go in the house. I don't know. Is that too loud on y'all? I just don't even really know how that sounds for y'all. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. And actually, that's a funny thing there because I think that's somebody that's kind of realized where things are headed, you know? And They come in and bought that little piece, and now they're going in there clear cutting out. And it's like, yeah, you're going to be ready to put you something up in there and get out here in the rural area. Dude, if I could zip around too, like if I could just even maneuver a little bit, hell, I'd go over there and hustle that wood, son. I'd be like, shit, dude, you drop them, I'll cut them up and drag them right through. Oh, there's the kids. There's BB by the water thing. I don't know if y'all. Damn, this stupid thing don't tilt down far enough, does it? Hey, I know. Well, then I can't see chat. I don't know. Right, Amy? Pictures or it's not true, huh? Uh-oh. Joe finally got that damn thing fixed for her. I was about to make a desk pop. Hammer will fix it. Hammer fixes everything. What's up, Chuck? Oh, yeah, I can't pin that damn link in StreamYard. Let's see if I put it up again. There you go. Anybody want to come up and just shoot the shit for a few? I might show y'all my little layout. I've concocted a landscaping thing too, and it's just, I don't know, it's one of my flaws. So once I kind of started thinking about this raised bed and then the way that the water flows, I've decided to take on a hell of a project. My wife was actually like, okay, sure. So I'm going to move the carport forward and line it up with the awning on the house. And then I'm going to try to relocate the front door from the side to the front. And then I can take that ramp back to the shithead. And I'm going to take that part of the porch that runs down the side, and I'm going to bring it out here and make that my new ramp that'll come right out to the carport. And then in between, I'm going to make 2 raised beds, one that'll help keep any water from getting under the side of the house, and then have a gap for me to go down, and then another one. And then that way I can direct that water into a drain and collect it in the backside. And then I know that sounds all kind of what's up there, but it'll make sense. I'll show it. And then y'all will watch it produce all year, because that's my project. Hey, Rescue, you're going to put wire there on the run? Yeah. And this, I still got to finish this, because as you can see, I don't have any of the hardwire cloth going across the top. I just kind of babysit them every day, so I know nothing can get to them. But eventually, that's going to be totally enclosed with that hardwire. That way I don't have to worry about nothing ever getting to them. Oh, hey, that's something. I'll show you my cool little Fred Flintstone thing. I forgot about that. Oh, y'all get a kick out of the wheels with my wooden dowel rod. I still have a modification to do to it. Let's see. Get it right here. If I get right chill. Actually, here, I can go around. Man, doesn't that sun look awesome? Look at that sky. Is that not some badass stuff? Ooh, wait, man. That's the shiznit right there. See, that's when you just got to look at what's really important in life. What's really can bring happiness and some pleasure. Because like that right there just looks totally awesome. You can just kind of get lost in that little moment right there. Okay, let me flip my camera around. Facing back, is that the one? No, I think that's the batshit crazy one. Here, let's go with this one. Yeah, there. Okay, Well, damn. Can I get in there? So now there you go. Yeah, let me position that this way. There you go. Now you can see a little bit of it right there. So I did these little axles to come down. And let me show you this side. Can I show you this one better? Oh, you're gonna get all up in the grill, ain't you, BB? Look at BB wants to like, hey, what's up? I'm profiling. Let me do it from this side, then y'all can see it better because it'll be the shadow. So I drilled the holes in right here. I drilled a hole, and I've got the dowel rod that goes through the wheel, and then I put these boards on that go up and connect. So there you can see that one over there. So now I made that little work, but the problem was is when I did go to move it, these little boards right here swung in and out, and then it walked off on, was it this side? No, the other side. It walked off the other side. So I'm going to put a board in between right here that'll keep them pushed up on the dowel rods. And there's my kiddos. Hey, what's up, Indy? What's up, Chad? Greetings from the Erie Coast. Oh, this is Louise right here. See, Louise is all up in my grill. She always gets all up in my grill. And this is Thelma over here. Look, I pushed it over to Thelma, and look at Louise. Louise come over there like a little camera hoe. And then there's BB. His little feathers in the back are starting to look colorful. And then there's little Nikki over there. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Now you know. For the inquiring minds that want to know. Oh, and it rides about 1.5 inches off the ground. And I actually think I'm going to Jimmy rig some shit. Hey, can I do it like that? Oh, I could do it like that. I think I can see chat. Let me turn it this way a little bit. Bam. Oh, well, that wind just come in. Be kicking it. Don't you know? That's it. Don't you know? For sure. Got them all pretty and green. You got even some fluff going. Hey, what's up, Elusive? What's up, bro? Sorry I missed it. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, Indy had that was a hell of a birthday bash there, Indy. That was pretty cool. I think you were so happy, too. So that made it even better. Yeah, my next little thing is going to be in the front. What I'm going to do is, actually, I could probably spin this little. There we go. So at first, I was going to try to incorporate those wheels in the front inside that pin, too, so that everything would be enclosed. And but I think I've changed my mind. I think what I'm going to do is some legitimate Fred Flintstone shit. And I'm going to put the wheels on the outside in the front. But I think I want to design them so that they can actually be able to churn. So that then whenever I pull it with my mower, it'll just follow me. I don't know. It was exactly what I hope. Cool, Indy. I know y'all all are about. Y'all need to get to laying some eggs. I'm a hungry mofo. I'll be glad when they get to dropping some eggs. Yeah, hey, Elusive, if you want to come up, I can drop the link again. Can't pin it through StreamYard, but let's see if I turn this enough. I think y'all can see me. I don't know. Hopefully you can hear me when I get over there, but I'll kind of just wave my hands around. If nothing else, I'll look like somebody in Louisiana. So I figure right here, as you can see from them wheels, they're about like this. So if I come down, make a little brace across here, then I'm going to come up with a post and I'll attach off of this and come over with an arm. And then I can support it right here. So it'll kind of come out like this. And then they'll be able to turn. Then they'll be able to turn around and support. So I hope if I do like you saw in the rear wheels, you know, you got the wheel, got the rod through it. I'll just take two boards up like this and then anchor across the T, so just a U. But then I do a hole in a post or a bolt right there. But I'll mount an arm across and then one down, and that should give it some support as it carries the weight. And it's not real heavy up here. Hell, I can pick that up. If I stand in the door and just stand up, I can just about pick it up. You gotta love them really knowledgeable mofos on a chainsaw, and it's just trigger happy shit. And it's like, really, man? Currently, you ain't done that for a living before, because you ain't drop enough of them and delimb them and shit enough, and hell, the less you can squeeze that trigger, the better. Huckleberry, you might can scrounge some swivel casters. I'm not got. Yeah, you know, I might actually ask him if they've got some damaged ones, because that's why he gave me those. You know, being a dealer, they can't put that shit on new stuff. But if they've got some damaged one, maybe somebody had a mower on a trailer when they got in a wreck, or somebody was drunk when they pulled in their driveway and they ran up over the front of their mower and bit the shit. I'm still hell. That's a blessing right there. Just got hooked up with that shit. As are going to be other animal schedules. Well, you know, I haven't decided. I was thinking about maybe rabbits, but then I'm like, you know, I'm kind of rabbited it out from my younger days. So I mean, I'll eat them. I got no issue with it. But boy, that was one of them survival mode things back in first marriage. I was young. And go out and hunt rabbits every other night. And I was just watching something. Say I have no idea what the hell that dude is cutting so long, unless he just has one dull ass saw. Because I ain't seen the top of a tree fall in the distance yet, and I ain't heard one hit the ground. So I don't know what the hell, man. That's some hellacious underbrush. This is what happens when you turn a city folk loose with a chainsaw and they're clear cut, and it's like, what? And they wave this around on all this underbrush. It's like, man. No, I'm just picking. By the way, no intentional offense, man. Just joking. Need side to side support too. Guess, yeah. Unless I can score a metal bracket, because I would tell you, you know what I thought of? Believe it or not, and I don't know if I can make the damn things work, but I'm gonna try to concoct an idea. But a damn satellite dish, not the dish, but just the mounting bracket that they put like on the roofs and stuff. Those little brackets, that tubing right there. I'm wondering if I could get that to bolt it on and then have that do it, because then it would be more of a side to side. If I could do metal out there as the arm, that'd be the shiznit. Rabbits will give you instant fertilizer while you wait for the chickens. Well, and that's why I thought about that. But see, I also want to increase the herd, and I got it. I need to get with a lady. I'm just not, man. It's one of those. Sometimes you get a good offer, but it's just at the wrong time. And it's like there's a, I guess you could call them a sub. I don't know all these channel terms and stuff. But there's a lady that listens, and she had offered me some chickens. It's just that I don't think I can. I don't think I can do that drive, because that would be like a 7 hour round trip in that little car, and I just don't think I can swing that. So, but I want to get an incubator. I'm gonna try to get an incubator. I don't know. Well, there's that list that just pops up in my head of the things that I got to try to get done. I'm gonna say the evil 5 letter word, so hopefully this doesn't send everybody into a tizzy. But this month and next month, I got to pay my taxes, and that's always a priority. It's just that this year's a little rougher because it's gotten, not that it went up, it didn't go up at all. It's just that my gimpy ass sitting in this chair ain't making a dollar. So, but I got to do that. Got to get a few clothes, get some soil, get some gravel. Got to get some seeds, get an incubator, because when they start laying their first round of eggs that they lay, I want to try to incubate them if I can. Because I'd like to have, ideally, it would be cool to have about 10 to 14 chickens all the time. But that's because I'd like to have maybe 2 to 3 as meat birds almost, just rotating stock to always have chicken on the plate. And I'll eat the eggs every damn day. I don't know. I don't understand how people get 7 chickens and then they talk about having too many eggs. And it's like, what? Well, how many do you eat? Hell, I eat 6 eggs just when I sit down to eat, not to mention what she eats. And that's just today. They steal my taxes monthly in my house and insurance. Oh, okay. You got the taxes as part of the whole mortgage thing. Yeah, see, mine's paid off. So, I mean, this is all paid for. It's just, and the taxes aren't bad. And like I said, I don't mind my taxes per se, because I can see the results of my taxes, but I can understand why a lot of people would be mad, because if you're paying taxes, especially some of them city high price taxes, and yet you're smacking potholes every day, and the street lights ain't working every day, and nobody's unclogging the drains and shit, and you got shit on the sidewalk, I can see getting pissed off then, because, well, you're paying for something that ain't happening. I think that thing might be fixing to fall. Yeah, I better stand you back up a little. The wind came along and gusted that shit down. Okay, let me see. Make sure, because there is a glare. So if I missed anything and you want me to really see it, just say it again. That's fine. I don't care. Just as I just got through to the tax commission myself to get that damn form sent. Well, and I'll tell you, Joe, and I don't know. See, I don't know the tax stuff. I know, like, down here, you can homestead your place, and it'll lock your taxes in, you know, and like where I'm at, it's a rural county, so it doesn't have the big tax rates, you know, and also we I don't know. I just that's yeah, I wouldn't be a fan in the city for sure. All taxation stuff, even liquor and smokes are too high. Well, I will say now when it comes to the sales tax, I don't agree with that because there are, but then that's a number scam game there. Okay, we right, G Mike? I don't actually. Where is it? I think his ass is laying back over there. Somehow it's not. I'm not worthy over here. This is too damp, I guess. This spoiled ass. Rudy, Rudy. Really? Yeah, he's over there. I know. Well, they were wondering what you were doing. What you did. He's like, oh, the wind's cold, Dad. Sissy ass little dude. No, he's cool. Research and what? Allo dial title. You're such a mess. Come here. That way they can see you and say hi. There you go. Look, they were wondering. Over here. Look over here. Follow the bouncing ball. Look over here. Look at that. Look at that. Over here. They're over here. Oh, well, whatever. You're a retard. You're a retard. You're a retard. You got eye boogers, dude. What's up with that? You got eye boogers. I get my eggs from the farmer's market. Only $4. Man, I mean, see, they getting up there, ain't they? Them eggs getting expensive at the store. Low deal. Okay. Let me pull that up. Hold on, buddy. Let me pull this up. Oh, let's see. Where did he put that? Where did he put that? Hold on, Rudy. I'm getting there. Okay. There we go. There, I got it pulled up for later, Wizard. Hey, wow, and YouTube told me I was live. Rudy, 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 dog. What's up, turd monkey? What's up, turd monkey? Oh, I know. What part of Ontario do you? I'm in Northwest. Such a mess. You're such a tard. He's a tard. Hey, morning, Yvonne. What's up, dude? What's up, dude? What's up, dude? What, dude? We got some Canadians in the house. We got Canadians. We got some Canucks. What's up, Hawkeye? Alrighty, hop down, dude. I want to drink some coffee. Morning, Tony. thought about putting some records. Do you think anybody would be interested in any records in the auction? I actually have a Bob Wills collection set. That's some old shit right there, buddy. That was my dad's. Son, I got some. Matter of fact, I think the Bob Wills collection, that vinyl right there, buddy, that's the old school vinyl. That's that freaking thick ass shit. Oh, what's up, Tony? Check that out. Where'd it go? Bam, there it is. Hey, oh yeah, that's what's up, Tony. Got you a little miracle. That is awesome. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Man, you can't replace that feeling. Yeah, Jeff Beck. What's sad is there might be quite a few musicians that we might be losing, just like actors. There were so many that followed that, I don't know, shall we say that narrative? And unfortunately, it'll have real life consequences. And it's really sad too, because we're losing, our legitimate music. No offense to anybody, and if there anybody that makes music, listens later now, whatever, but this digital music just ain't music. Individual talent to play that instrument and then to blend that instrument with that instrument with that instrument with that one and produce a sound. That's the shiznit right there. New music is going away. I said, yeah, this digital stuff, this synthesized. So no. Yep. I don't know, Gigi. I know that there's some. I guess it would depend on. I think it might depend on who the actual label is and monitoring that artist. I know that when I've played it back before, when I used to just play them back to back, some songs, man, it would be within the first 10 seconds. YouTube would be like, nope, we know that song. It's almost like that algorithm knew that that um, music, pattern tagged it right off. And then some you can kind of get away with. And then I've had people tell me that you can kind of bump the speed up or down just a tad and it, messes up. His name is Rocky Wayne Smith. Hell yeah, Tony. Yeah, I would probably get rid of that, Tony. Remember the not Jeff Beck. I don't right off the top of my head, Grumpy. And morning, by the way, sir. I've done that to tunes online. Speed them up. The old songs are almost better when you get. I might have to try that, Gigi. I'll follow Rick. Oh my God, I can't even say that last name. It just sounds too close to the other guy on YouTube. He was a producer. He has some great vids. He knows everybody and I've played with a bunch. Well, yeah, and there's actually a channel, uh, Conspiracy Music, and what is it, Doc Danger or something, I think like that. But they actually do a channel, and that's what they do is music, the whole stream, and they do it with new artists and their stuff. There you go, Gigi. That's what I don't care about copyright violations. The only ones that get me is like if like this right now, if I were playing it, I wouldn't know it if they took me off of YouTube. That's the only thing that bothers me is I don't even know. Yeah, I was the last time it happened, Monty even I remember he told me we're sitting there jamming away, and then finally he goes, rescue, and I go, what? He goes, you're not on YouTube anymore, and I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, no, you're not. And sure enough, on YouTube it had the stream was paused, so I had to stop the song, wait for it to go, okay, you're not playing anymore, and let it fire back up. Then I realized, going, man, that's kind of shitty. I don't care about the copyright violations. They can kiss my butt. I ain't looking to make a dime off of them anyway. Wind's blowing. About to drop. Got to work tonight. Got to get to bed. Take care of one. All right, Eric. Get you some rest, brother. Wake up and make it a good day. It was like 51 a while ago, but with the sun, yeah, 57 now. A damp. It's not too bad. It's mainly that damn wind that just keeps gusting through. My nephew signed a deal with Empire Records in California. I have such mixed feelings about it since I have been awakened, but yeah, looks warmer. You stole the sun over there, right? Man, isn't that the shit though? You're gonna have to do that again. I don't know, just in a way, I guess I could rub it in. But bam, look at that shit. Is that not, come on, man. Is that not like awesomeness? Look at that beautiful sky. Man, is that not the shit? See, God's good, man. Awesome possum. Morning, Miss Sharon. What's up, your dog? He says, I'm out here working in this damn sloppy ass, stormy ass weather. Enjoy that sun. And that's it, brother. You got it, man. Soaking up the rays, buddy. You gotta get that God given vitamin C. Yeah, the bright hook. I'm surprised you. I don't even hear that when it comes up over them treetops because you can hear it. I hear it from all over as it's traveling through. It's 60 degrees colder. There you go. All right. We get sun finally Saturday. Yeah, but I see now. I will say though, which I don't know, Gigi, and because okay, I don't want to assume anything because you know how that assuming thing goes. So the only part of Canada I'm familiar with is over on the western side, Vancouver, the Whistler Mountain area type thing. So I noticed over there, it didn't feel like a damp cold, like the high humidity cold type thing, not bone chilling. Is it that way where you're at? Because you're what in central Canada, right? They say it's supposed to get pretty bad here in Georgia. Yeah, there's what Alabama's got storms now, I think, isn't it? I think Ryan Hall was even doing a thing on that or something. Somebody run out some equipment. Ontario is a damn place too. Lots of lakes everywhere. Okay, that's I've been up through Vancouver. I totally love that place. Matter of fact, I got a picture in there of it, but I don't know. All I'll do is do some Texas redneck directional versions here. So where Vancouver is, and then where Whistler Mountain is, there was that lake and river that runs alongside of Whistler Mountain, and there was like I guess it's a town. I don't know what a town, village, or something, but there were houses and some stuff along that. And man, that just took me back to the old days. And it's like I could live there. I could so live there. Hey, Snooks. Morning and happy Thursday. Yard dog just said, yeah, it just turned black as hell, thunder and lightning. Yeah, Amy Ryan Hall. Yeah, I like him because it's like somebody knowledgeable of that field, but then it didn't want to do the bigger shit, so he kind of did his thing, and he's pretty seems to be fairly accurate, more accurate than the damn ones that are getting paid a lot more money. Oh, joyful. Yep, I'm listening to Ryan Hall. Let's see, and Lee's kicked her up and shit. Just a little nipply. Just a tad nipply when that gust comes through. I don't know what the feels like about 15 to 20 mile an hour wind. Oh, thank you, Snooks. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, everybody, don't forget live chat. So go to the top, and if it's in top chat, select that and go to live chat so you're current in the conversation. And then again, and also, I guess if you hit the thumbs up, If you comment, I know you're subbed, but beautiful land up here by the west. Yeah, there is. There's some pretty land. Man, the redwoods and shit are awesome. That's why I don't understand, man. It just, that should be one of those, I don't know, just places that should have stayed good. So beautiful up there. I will say though, Seattle sucks ass. So sorry for anybody in Seattle, but my experience of Seattle, that just seems like a damn mud hole. I don't know. It's like, damn, dude, you'd think that that city at this point would build some kind of huge umbrella over that place so you guys could have at least a week without any kind of rain. But it just seems like that place is so damp and dreary and wet all the time. But I don't live up there. So times I've been through there. Oh, thanks, Snooks. It's a work in progress. I ain't quite done. I got that old crappy plywood still up in them corners just to block them holes, but I'll get there. It's all a work in progress. Sometimes if I wonder I don't finish some stuff because I'm afraid if I finish it, I wouldn't have nothing else to do. I wonder. The things that make you go, hmm. Gmo, I love my rainy Pacific Northwest. Yeah, it's just, I guess it's one of those accustomed things. Man, I remember going in there and I'm like, and what's funny is like, then you go out of like Seattle and then you're driving and you get to that long ass stretch before you get to that, what is that, Lions Bridge or Lion? I don't know. It's got the damn lions on the end of the bridge. It's going over into Canada thing. But you just look around at that whole drive, man, and you're looking over and it's like, well, wait a minute. How come we couldn't just land out here? You know, it's like, I don't know. Something about that. You land in that city, you get out, you go around, you get in the rental thing, and you start driving through, and it's like, man, this place is so dark and dreary and muddy and splashy and road grime everywhere. And you're driving in, and then all of a sudden, it's like you part the veil, and it's like, okay, this is some cool ass shit. Right, Sherry, there you go. Write a list of things to remember and forget where I put the list. Seattle was amazing. See, and you'd think that people would, but then again, there's, when if you destroy history and rewrite it, then people lose sight of it. But I'm still blown away. If you go back and look at the history of Chicago, Illinois, that used to be considered one of the most beautiful cities in our country at one point in the past. And you just kind of repeat that as you're going, but wait a minute, what? It's like, yeah, shit like that makes you feel like you're in the Matrix. It's a prime example of just because you can doesn't always mean you should. You would think that we would have figured out that liberalism type shit ain't working. There's got to be boundaries, and you just have to be able to adjust. And rainy, stormy weather gives me a migraine. Oh, really, Sherry? Believe it or not, well, I mean, under the circumstances, like if there's nothing having to deal with anything, but it's just like in the evening or something. I gotta say, I can sleep like a oof. I sleep good. I sleep like a hibernating bear when it's raining. Now the thunder, I start worrying about trees when it comes to lightning. I don't like forest fires, especially when I know the labor force nowadays, and man, I don't know. I wouldn't want to have to face major forest fires like we've had down here with some of the other bunches I've seen nowadays. I have a feeling that we would lose a big chunk of forestry. Jimo says, I'm not a city fan. I live in the woods. Rain keeps it green. There you go. And smelling fresh. That's the one nice thing about rain. I'll say that, especially in the country. Now, in the city, not so much because it kind of washes all the crap down and you get, but in the country, man, you ever notice that? Rain, and then after the rain, you get this fresh, clean, brisk. I don't know. It is Indians' fault, huh? Because of out tax guns. Wait, Indiana's fault because out of lax gun. Back in the stockyard days of Al Capone, the day you reckon. Yeah. Risky Seattle has a big time vibe of the Matrix now. I live in old Capitol Hill, and its best impression and changed so much now. Yeah, man, it's sad to kind of see the direction that we took when you look at what all's before us and what we could have been done. Hey, morning, Magic. Oh, and hey, Moonlight, morning. Black Serpentipity, morning. There's a glare, so I can kind of see a little bit. Jamal, if you're looking for a mole, you're 100 miles lost. Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hey, what's up, Redneck Prepper? It's coming on. Oh, excuse me. Man, I don't know. This throat shit. One day it'll go away. My wife was like, well, you might have pneumonia. I said, I don't give a shit. I know I ain't going to no hospital. I do the rat shit, and if I'm supposed to be here, I'll be here. If I ain't, I won't. I think it's been a couple years since I have been to oh, yeah. Man, I can't even remember, actually. Wow. Damn. Yeah, that got me thinking there, Moonlight. I don't really remember. I think I remember why I went to a mall the last time was actually to go to a Barnes and Noble bookstore, and it just happened to be attached to that mall. But shit, man. Hell, I think my kids might have been damn teenagers or some shit last time I actually walked in a mall. I think my kids were little the last time I actually like walked through a mall, the food court shit and all that stuff. I, Yeah, I got no desire for those large concentrations of people. Hell, I despise Walmart. You go to Doctor Risk, I just, yeah. I, I, I get it, Miss Sherry. I just, oh, here comes the wiener. Matt says, unfortunately, I was 60. Gmo says, I ran into some Karens at Walla Lake once. I listened to them bitch about the lack of shopping. I told them they were 300 miles too far. One actually cried. Well, I gotta say, we had people move up around here, and they automatically it's like, where are the paved roads, the curbs, the sidewalks, the street lights, the the utilities, the municipal water and sewer, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm sorry, take your ass back down there to that cesspool of a city and stay there. It's just not how we roll out here. Scroll, what did it say? I says, I really can't remember either. I've never even liked to go as a teenager. Rather be outside. That's it. Oh, Amy says the mall close to her had 2 shootings. Hey, what's up, Nikki? Morning, ma'am. To the mall Christmas to give my grandson a controller and headset with my first play. Oh, there you go. Oh, man. My nose is running. I don't know. Part of it, too, is I need to, I don't get to sweat much because I just don't kind of get at it. That's why I think my muscle tissues, I feel like my left side's slowly fading away. My garden neighbors down the road went by. Wait, that's the people I talk to about, well, as soon as I get eggs going, and I'm going to trade out for some veggies. I will say I heard some weird shit this morning that just, I don't know. It was from that Glenn Beck, and I don't listen to him too much. I don't know. There's just something about him. It's not that his stuff is like wrong. It's just, I don't know. He's got one of them personalities. But he was talking about that ESG stuff, the social deal, and I was like, oh man. And I was fixing to click off when this other guy that his guest was talking. And then I got to say, because then he kind of put a different perspective on it. It wasn't just this, oh my God, it's the credit score. Oh no. And then it was kind of, that other guy started talking about where it's coming from and kind of how the impact is going to be. And then that was kind of an eye opener, because that guest was talking about the problem with that. It's here, but the main problem with that is that it's being generated like over in the EU. And what he was pointing out was the problem with it is is the way that they apparently have this shit written where the EU is going to make it a law that, you have to go by this ESG score. And he said the problem is all the outsourcing that we have. And that's what'll have the big impact over here. Because, and like that guy was talking about, and I can just, it's like looking at my little vape mod. So you have little magnets in this door, you have the metal of the door, you have some batteries, you have some plastic, you have some screws, so you have components. And what he was talking about was apparently the way this shit is written over there is that, say I live in the EU and my company makes those magnets. Well, I have to follow this ESG shit. So then I do all that. But part of following this is now I can't do business with, I can't buy from or sell to another company that doesn't have a valid ESG score. So like he was pointing out, what'll happen is this stuff that's being manufactured, those businesses won't be allowed legally in the EU to do business with companies over here that aren't following the same thing. So there's like a McDonald's or something. Well, that's where the impact then comes in, because then everybody, and like he even pointed out, if you make belts, leather belt, okay, you're the guy that actually takes that and stamps it and dyes it and sews it up. Well, guess what? Like he was pointing out, everything connected to that belt. So the person that you buy the thread to sew that belt from has to be part of this. Otherwise, you can't buy that thread. The person that you get the leather from has to be that. And that's the part that got me, because he said, and here's the catch. The company that guy gets the leather from to make that belt, that rancher that he deals with to get the hide to begin with, that guy has to be part of it. Otherwise, he can't. So it's this domino effect shit that trickles all the way down to the consumer. And that is kind of a trip. Because then you talk about just regular shit like, oh, I can't even go get gas. Because now that gas station, they can't be open, because unless they're part of the ESG thing, then they're not going to be able to buy the gas or buy any of the little stuff that's in that store, because they're not part of it. And so you just start looking at that, buddy, and that's some shiznit. Fifth and seventh is a moneymaker. What is Kiss Off talking about? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Well, I mean to tell you, Kiss Off's a troublemaker. You see what she did? She went off into some kind of Debbie Does Dallas thing, and then poor old Moose Man's mother-in-law. And I was like, man. Generational difference in that as a whole. The younger generations are okay with ESGs. Gen X are not. Yeah, well, that's because they don't understand the impact. It's like the rest of this liberal shit, Grumpy. It's like, but I want. And so then it's like, fine, you can do it. It's kind of like a Chaz Chop thing. Down with the man. We want our own shit. And it's like, well, there, you just chased every service off, and now you're running that little square block piece of shit area. Wow, what did that get you? Nothing more deaths, crime, shit. So, but in their polluted ass mind, oh no. It's kind of like all the dumbasses a few years back went out burning down buildings and shit, lighting fires and all that crap. Oh Lord, y'all are something else. Y'all are a mess. And I know here, I'm gonna throw the link up there because now it's getting to be where it's kind of like some kind of just like dangling the carrot or something. Nobody comes up hardly anymore. It's like, oh shit, that's it. Sherry, I'm an angel. What's up, rude dope? What's up, rude dope? Are you surveying? You told, you told, you told, you told, you told. Get that tail. I'm gonna get that tail. I'm gonna get that tail. I'm gonna get that tail. I thought ESG was in Chinese. Right, Billy? ES. Yeah, it's the ESG. Yes. Yeah, I think that's what it's called is ESG. Hey, Breezy. And by the way, morning, Billy. Best life. And by the way, I have to correct you, sir. I do think yours is actually probably more cooler than mine because you actually built a frame and shit and have wheels and you can move yours. Mine, I have to get a lawnmower. What's up, dirtbag? What's up, dirtbag? What's up, dirtbag? Rudy, 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 Rudy. No, that's MSG. Not as bad for you. Oh, did Matt leave? All right, I better get to work. Chad has gone off the road. Just a little nudge too, huh, Matt, as you go out the door. So elbow bump, beep. Have a great day, brother. Make it a good day. I kind of hate saying have a good day because then it leaves it open to everything outside your control. So that's why I like to say make it a good day. That way it can remind you that you're controlling that. Everybody have the serenity to accept things you cannot change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's my prayer for everybody today. You have cooler tires and I can't move it by hand. Well, I can't really move that by hand right now. Now, maybe once I get those front wheels done up, then maybe I can push it with my chair. But if nothing else, I'll pull it with my mower. How many are aware of the bags of baby carrots are in chlorine? Oh, what, like in the, that's what they wash those bags of baby carrots in? Joyful says, Rescue, it seems you had a project unfolding. We're an audience to witness. Very good. Open your channel for folks to come up on panel. Oh, yeah, Joyful. I don't mind good conversation, you know. That's it. In that water in the bags. Oh, wait a minute. Your baby carrots come in water? Oh, or the can, or wait a minute. Now I'm lost. Because I mean, I just say that. So the baby carrots that we get, like at the store, they're in like a little clear bag, but it'll have holes in it, and you get those little bitty ones. Is that what you mean? Always rewash. Okay, there. Okay, that's what I was. So that's what they wash that shit before they bag it up. Okay, gotcha. And that's the chlorine. Never thought about that. That's a good call. Yeah, because boy, I eat the shit out them little carrots. Well, I haven't here in these past couple of years because things have just been different. But up until all this happening, that was actually one of my snack foods, man. Take a little thing of ranch, take them baby carrots, and just dip. That was the awesome snack material. Well, and I will say, yeah, Moose Man got kind of a point. I got to say, as a kid, man, I don't know how much chlorine I drank in any kind of pool. We do a little in our community water here. We do a little chlorine water. Actually, it's like a bleach every now and then. It just helps keeps the system clean, but it's not enough to hurt you, and everybody's aware of it when we do it. I didn't either. Someone mentioned it to me a long while ago. I hadn't thought of it either. I stopped eating it. Well, see, that's some of that stuff that, man, people, companies, corporations, that greed. It's probably why it's listed as one of the things that we weren't supposed to is gluttony. If things in excess, well, that's chasing money too. And I guess if you get to chasing money to the point that you lose connectivity with your moral conscience, then you start to do things for profit that aren't for the best of people, like dyeing your food to make it look still fresh, even though it's not, or, you know, mimicking stuff, using things to make it appear one way. Hey, Ridge Runner. Well, that's it. I feel better now. My channel just got a lot sexier because Ridge Runner showed up. And if you don't believe me, just ask him. Got to get back to it. Laundry and garden prep planning. Won't do itself. Have a great day, man. All right, Nikki. Yeah, I'm kind of in chill mode. I was going to try to do some stuff this morning, but then with the auction thing tonight, I decided, well, I'm going to kind of chill. That way I don't get too sore or anything. And then tonight, has anyone ever heard of shooting an old well to increase the flow? Taking a large carnival rifle and shooting it down. Well, no, I've never heard of that, Grumpy. I mean, I've heard of other ways of doing that uh, with mild air discharges down there. I don't, I guess the only thing I would probably be worried about would be the concussion from it and impact would it cause a collapse on sidewalls or anything, but I guess that depends on how the well is. Is it in casing? And, how deep does the casing go? Is it all the way? That kind of thing. What's up, William? Rise and shine, Mother Clucker. Hey, Blackwatch. Morning, Michelle. Good morning. Nice to see the sun. We are cloudy with furies, cold upstate New York. I don't know because all I see is the StreamYard, but Michelle the Great, is that the same Michelle that has been around for a while? I wonder if God gets mad that profit and profits are right. I'm sure that ain't the only thing he gets pissed off about, Hollins. By the way, morning. TT1. What's up, bro? I see you got Saturday shift posted. And I would say if you're trying to increase your flow, well, the first thing, and I don't want this to sound, I'm just being plain about it, but I mean, have you checked actually the flow rate of the pump? Is it an old pump with a slow flow rate? Maybe it's not putting out like it was. He says that scary ring chick lives in them wells. Heck no, I'm not shooting down there. You got it, TT1. Look forward to it, sir. My silly Saturday. Oh, you called over there. There you go. Yeah, I don't know that I would be okay with that. Hey, if we don't see nothing, we won't call. Nah, you still call. I come in and do the test. I want to know what's up. No pump on it yet. Rehabbing the thing, and someone suggested shooting it as part of the process. Hasn't been active in 15 years. Is it still? And it's a still wet well. It's not a dry well. That's not too important. Well, it's not to them, kiss off, because it's y'all's results. It was just a payday for them. $12-foot static water level and about 60-foot deep. Oh wow, that's pretty shallow too. Shit, dude, I'd get a pump. I'd fire it up. Make sure you got good filtration on your pump end and the sediment that's slowly built up. You could try shooting air. That's probably what I mean. That's what we do down around here. Is you can take a compressor, a big one, but not a little one, but you drop your hose down just a little bit and then pack around the hose and then fire up a shot of air into it and it'll blast. And for us down here, what it'll do is that screen that's all woven and gets sand and soot built up in those things, that air will hit that intake screen and blow all that crap out and away. And being that old, it might take that a few times. You might shoot that a few times to make sure you're blowing that screen and all that shit kind of out and away from your suction. and then let the water flow back up around it, and it'll find its own path. You just got to encourage a little bit. 6-inch cast iron. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's a good thing there. Rope on the ground, south of Centerville, Alabama, around home. We bought a new pump, just trying to get the well ready to put it in. There you go, great. I would use air myself. Or a pressure washer. To and that shallow, actually, yeah, you could use a pressure washer, and still, because you just want to blow all that shit away from the base of that, and then let the regular sand come in and create its own path. Bridge Runner says, anyone else having problems with their phones? Mine keeps buffering a lot. No, not down here. No, the little birds come down to eat the chicken feed that was still on the ground over there. That's cool. Yeah, you could always tell them you're writing a story. Don't even tell them you live there. Tell them, hey, I'm doing an article. And some of the questions from some of the people I've interviewed were about old wells. And do you guys actually have a system, a way that you recharge old wells? And then they'll get to go in and bragging and talking, and you just make notes. I'll be right back. I'll leave y'all with the chickens for a minute. Okay, what done this? Explain the pressure washer idea. Damn, I don't know if I can. Yeah, see, on the damn tablet, I don't even have a share screen. Can't share shiznit. I guess I could go inside and then I could share the screen. We could watch a little Ryan Hall. It's rained several inches since last night. Well, you got to stay safe. TT1. Keep your head down. Joyful says this is a significant event for Centerville, Alabama. Oh, Breezy's in Alabama, the northeast corner. How's the weather, Breezy? Is it picking up and getting bad? Oh, there you go. Wizard just says TT1 just northeast of Greensboro, between there and Centerville. Second tornado on the ground just landed.
Get your kids with you. You want to take, if you're at work or if you're at school, if you're at home, make sure everybody that you're with knows what you're doing, and get there. Get into that most interior room. If you have a basement, if you have the ability to get underground, that's always preferable. But if you can't, you want to get into the center closet or bathroom, whichever one has the least amount of glass, and just stay in there. Bring me with you, and we'll let you know whenever this thing is passed. All right. This is now a PDS tornado warning. We have a big, nasty, dangerous tornado on the ground. And it's going to cross between Centerville and Lawley here within the next little bit. All right, and this is just really unfortunate because it's very close to Brent, which is one of the places that we dealt with something similar here not too long ago. And honestly, this part of the world is just all too familiar with this kind of thing. The good news is, okay, this is quite a bit south of some of the more populated areas here near Brent and Centerville. But it's right now in Abercrombie, and then it's going to go across Highway 219, and then it's going to make it into Trio and Antioch and Thomas Mill. And like Andy was talking about earlier, this tornado looks like it's right here right now, but it could actually be up here. It could be down here. So it doesn't matter where that blue dot is. Everybody in the purple polygon needs to be getting to shelter right now. All right. Yeah. I think that there's a lot of confirmation on this one. I think that there's more imagery pouring in of this tornado, so we'll try to share that with you. But right now, the main thing that matters is just the polygon. Get to shelter now if you are in that purple polygon. And man, the overall look of this storm, it just isn't good. This thing's probably going to survive for quite some time. It's got a wide open base, plenty of room to pull in a new moisture and energy into the storm. A new tornado warning has been issued. So now we've got a new confirmed tornado warning for Chilton County, Alabama. And that's a brand new warning that we're going to be dealing with there. Basically, everything's happening down here with these two cells right now in Alabama. We've got a bunch of warnings. We got 6 total warnings, but they're all associated with these 2 storms in Alabama right now. This one is starting to become more serious. And then the one up there near Brent is already, producing a big tornado right now. So let's read some information on this. This one's for Perry and Dallas County. We've also got Wilcox County under the tornado warning. And then we've also got a tornado warning for down here in Marengo County. All right, so, and then we've got that PDS warning and the confirmed tornado warning up here for Bibb County and Chilton Counties, Alabama. My goodness, Abercrombie just experienced a tornado not too long ago. And now it's moving into Tabernacle, Trio, and Maud. Please take shelter now. By the way, we've got our storm chaser, Brad Arnold, here on this. He's very close to the storm. I don't think he can see anything right now, but he will be telling us as soon as something pops up. We had the ability to talk with Brad. Actually, I'm going to key him up. I'm going to see if he's seen anything yet. Brad, we've got your feed pulled up. You're getting really close to this thing. Just wanting to know what you're seeing, what you're thinking is getting ready to happen. Just keep us updated on what's going on out there.
Hey, Ryan, as of right now, just put myself kind of in position to intercept this. I want to be on the northern side because it's probably going to cause some damage if it is on the ground. Don't want to be cut off by trees. So I'm going to be on the northern side of it. Right now, there's just a lot of trees, so it's tough to really see anything. Definitely lowering to my west, but have not been able to get visual on it just yet.
All right. So that's Storm Chaser Brad Arnold, who is right here. The tornado is right here. It is going this way. So it's heading right towards him there. And our graphic system is still just absolutely not working. So I'm sorry about that. But we are relaying the latest information as it comes in. We just can't rely on that that ticker as much as usual. And there it is. That's the latest update on the TDS. That's the tornado debris signature. That is showing us that there is a big tornado on the ground right now, lofting debris up into the air. Little pieces of trees, grass, leaves, whatever it is, maybe even pieces of homes are floating in the sky right now above this tornado, and that's what we're seeing through this blue dot. So generally where that blue dot is where the tornado is. So once again, that's where Brad Arnold is. This is where the tornado is. It is getting ready to head right towards him. And if you're in the path of this thing in Lawley or Randolph, you've only got minutes now before this thing's like right on top of you. So it's crossing over Highway 219 right now. That's Selma Road. It's going to ride the FS 434, the Farmer Road there, all the way up towards Trio, which is where Brad Arnold is right now. And it looks like we're starting to see something. We've got visual on something here in front of Brad, but it's really hard to tell exactly what's going on. Remember, guys, this is not your average tornado where, you're just going to see it.
The reflection shows too much.
He's probably going to be shielded in some rain, so he's probably going to have to get closer to this before we can see anything. But there it is. I mean, like somewhere inside of that, there's a tornado going on right now. And I just feel bad for all the people who are driving on the same road.
I will say, y'all were talking about the storm chasers and stuff. You would think that by now, that instead of like people rigging up vehicles to go off into this, that we would have done established some like dome stations that would just be monitoring this stuff.
So that he can make his next move. He's on the road. He's on Highway 82, just north of Trio.
But oh no,
right now.
We're still doing this shit out of the back of a van type shit.
North towards Centerville, or is he going to go south towards Active? If he goes south, Brad's got two jobs right now.
No, Brad's got one job, and it's called to stay alive.
A view of this tornado.
Everything else is secondary.
It's scientifically proven that if you can see it, you're going to take it more seriously. Another one is to take himself seriously and to make sure that he's safe. So a lot of times the storm chaser in a situation like this is a very stressful situation. He's got to make sure that he can safely do what he's supposed to do without getting himself in harm's way, because the last thing that you want to do if you're a storm chaser is just add insult to injury with the officials and stuff that are out there that are having to help people that are just live in the area. So Brad's a professional. He's done this for a long time. So he's making the move. He's going to go back south a little bit and try to get us in line with this thing so that we can see it here. So that's what's happening with Brad, Storm Chaser Brad Arnold. This is what it looks like on radar. Once again, confirmed tornado on the ground, Bibb County, Chilton County, Alabama. Take shelter now. This is what it looks like right here. Well, that's what it looked like.
This man said, I saw straw struck through telephone poles near Lawless after a tornado went through there. Hey, I can tell you right now, right over here, and you can even look it up, but Texas A&M
personally close to Brad. It's
does
shocking to me that you can't see it yet through this
storm
phone.
tests on stuff.
Somebody just sent a super chat saying, what is
Like
it
when I
you
was
feel
over on my
when the
fire
tornado?
school,
We don't know.
and then even some of the research that you go back for,
after the tornado happens.
they're always testing. And dude, they will shoot a pencil.
Matter,
They'll take a twig, but they'll shoot it at 50 mile an hour wind, 75 mile an hour wind, 100 mile an hour, 125, and you'd be surprised what some of the damn
28 seconds ago. This is from Alicia Everett.
fragile as shit. But when it lines up and it hits at 125,
this morning,
that shit will stick right in, and you'll be like, "Wait, what?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, Huckleberry Pine Needles." You know, so you figure you're in the middle and you're ducking, but you can have that whirlwind and you can get basically porcupined with a bunch of that shit.
Big hail too.
Thank you, Joyful.
This is from Chelsea, Alabama. Large hail with these storms. That's another thing you got to think about. We're really tightly zoomed in right now on this one storm because of how intense it is, and the fact that there's probably a big tornado on the ground with it. But it's important to remember that we've got a lot more going on right now. Like there's a lot.
Yeah,
of storms
TT1, you don't have to wear
happening
brown pants. You just have to make sure you're stocked up on bikini.
Up into Kentucky, and like we've got strong winds and all that stuff happening.
It's like, hey, we're gonna go chase this storm. Are you ready? Yep. I got a pack of snack crackers. I got a case of water, and I got a couple of cases of Depends. We're good to go.
Yeah, I just want to give them all the information that we possibly can. This is a live look at something here. I can't tell if we've got if we're looking at the mesocyclone, if we're looking at the rotational area. I think we are. So that's what we're looking at here through Brad Arnold's feed. If we compare that to radar,
Ryan, I'm just north of circulation right now. Got a lot of mid-level rotation. I do not see anything on the ground just yet, though. We're going to drop just a little bit further south to see if we can get a better view.
All right. That's fascinating information for Brad. This is why it's so important to have storm chasers. So this tornado was definitely on the ground just like a minute ago. All right. I think what's happened is it's lifted right before it got to Brad, but we still see the debris in the air that the tornado had lifted or that picked up earlier. All right. So
and actually, when you think about the technology and the shit that we're capable of nowadays, we should have a drone up there that should be able to fly and stay 5 miles away from that storm, but yet zoom in with Hubble kind of type telescope technology, and you can watch the mist fly through the air at that point. But see, the people to develop that, there's not enough money in the back end to make them want to develop that shit and then, use it, because it's not a money maker. It's just damn good information, and that doesn't sell. Morning, Miss Sharon.
Yeah, it will recycle. Almost 100% certain that it will. Here's a video from Heiberger, Alabama, earlier on the front side of that storm.
I wonder what old Hutch is up to. I hadn't seen Hoot Owl this morning.
And Andy wants to talk. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, Ryan, something else of note that isn't necessarily a tornado, but just as important, is to the south of Knoxville, Tennessee. Right now, there's a considerable severe thunderstorm warning there for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. But what I can see in particular,
there's quite a few people actually.
Is south of Knoxville, there's a signature on velocity here that tells me there may be a downburst, possibly even a microburst, going on over Rockford, Tennessee.
Hey, has anybody heard or seen from Outdoor with Ron?
Microbursts and downbursts that are strong. There's just a significant damage.
Hopefully he's doing okay.
So that area, you are under considerable severe thunderstorm warning. I know some areas do sound the tornado sirens for an upgraded severe thunderstorm warning. So that is ongoing in the same or south of Knoxville area. there's a good reason for that. So I would heed that just as similarly as you would for a tornado warning.
Yeah, thank you so much, meteorologist Andy Hill, for directing our attention up here. We've got Brad Arnold showing us the tornado.
And I'd see what Backwoods is up to, but I'm sure he's probably working. If the weather, I don't know how the weather is for him.
This is in Bibb County, Alabama. This is with that tornado warning. That,
oh, hey, I got it. Okay, so I got a question for y'all.
Getting ready to go through Randolph and Ashby right now
on the planting and stuff, and you know that. So when it comes to buying seeds,
my goodness, that was very close.
Like say, gonna buy carrot seeds. Is there certain are there names to look for when it comes to the seeds? Like, you know, it's kind of like with the jars or canning, you'd say ball or cur. You know, there's names. Are there names with seeds? Like if I go trying to buy some seeds, is there some shit I should be looking for specifically for the better seeds?
In front of Brad, and it's going to go
So
towards Randolph.
that's a question for you.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse from here. We've seen this happen. This is a pattern. It's a cycle that continues to occur, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. Let me see here if I can maybe help Brad a little bit. I don't know if he's by himself or if he has a navigator or what, but I'm trying to see what the best road option for him is. It's probably going to be to go down towards Lawley and then take Bibb County 36 up to the north and east there towards Randolph. There's not a lot of road options here near where he is, so hopefully somebody on our team can relay that information to him. He probably knows, though. Once again, extremely professional storm chaser Brad Arnold. He's been doing this for a while.
Last year I used American.
All right, so we have a tornado on the ground. It just literally passed right in front of Brad. If somebody can clip that for me so I can show a replay
and then,
here.
So now connecting yours TT1 with Mooseman. So like the company being American Seed Company, but like I want to go for heirloom seeds, right? That's what you want to try to shoot for heirloom
right
seeds.
now, and then it'll be crossing through Bibb Mill. Got that new warning for Posey's Crossroads, Jemison, Thorsby, Rocky Mount, Mineral Springs, Jumbo, and
No, he's not from Alabama. He's got people, I think, in Alabama, Breezy. That's Ryan Hall. Ryan Hall, y'all. If anybody wants to throw his link up to that show. Matter of fact, Joyful, do you mind, since you're listening to him, can you grab that link and pop back over and share it in the chat?
All over the place. I do want to reiterate what Andy just talked about briefly there. Knoxville is getting hit by a very strong storm right now. Knoxville, Tennessee. We've got very strong winds.
Lady Smith, good day. Just as
this is getting ready to get into the area where we see a lot of people taking vacations, taking trips and stuff. All the cabins, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, all these
because I didn't know if that would really matter, so
very dangerous storm. Looks like the strongest portion of it.
Because it's kind of like what we say carrots. Okay, so like a carrot, and you go, oh yeah, just carrots. But well, fresh garden carrots, they taste better than some store-bought carrots. So then there's a difference. And that's kind of what I meant with the seeds. It's like, if I go buy seeds, are there better companies that have like a better track record with productive seeds versus others? Or I don't even know that it matters. This is my problem. And one of my flaws, I think too much. I own it.
That are just as strong as winds inside of a tornado. So we want you to take shelter if you're in one of these places up here in Tennessee.
Man, I'm ready to respond, and if I hear that tone, I'm like, where's my radio?
Lots of people in the woods, right next to giant trees right now. You want to take shelter, and you want to put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. You want to be knowing that if you're going to get injured or if something bad's going to happen because of this storm, it's going to happen because something's going to fall on your head.
Man, that would be cool. I mean, I'm kind of glad there wasn't cameras and all this shit back in the days, but
in the outside world as possible, just like
doing this right now, but responding to some of the stuff that I used to respond to back then,
next
that'd be
line,
interesting
Robbinsville,
footage.
North Carolina, Wares Valley, Townsend, Sevierville, Gatlinburg, Jefferson City, Morristown, all the way up there to Tazewell.
Billy says, as a first-time gardener, I would use hybrids.
Now,
You will
let's get
have
back
less
down here to
problems.
business where our tornadoes are. Okay, we got a big tornado on the ground right now near Bibb Mill. Okay, we just saw it not too long ago from storm chaser Brad Arnold. He's back on the road here. He took that route that we told him, or we assumed he was going to take.
Hey, morning, Miss Ellen. Oh, thank you,
on the
Joyful.
road here
There we go.
near,
So Joyful just put a link up to the Ryan Hall
off the
event
highway
if anybody
to
wants to bounce
this
back and
line,
forth.
Bibb
If I was
County
inside,
Road,
I'd share
right
the
now,
screen.
up towards Randolph. By the time he gets to Randolph, this tornado is going to be in.
But I get it. Just remember that if you guys bounce back and forth,
paralleling it to the
when you
south,
come back,
up
be sure to go to the top of chat. And if it says top chat, go to live chat. That way you'll still be current in the conversation as it goes by.
So that's what's happening here. We got a big tornado on the ground. Confirmed tornado warning for Chilton
Okay.
County and
Well, see, and that was I say that's another thing.
Let's take Chilton now.
I guess,
Wow,
there might be,
one of the most active severe weather days.
if the first time thing with hybrids, then that would basically be just go get any seed, right?
Yesterday, it just wasn't talked about enough. I really hope that people are, I think now, though, people are starting to wake up and understand what's happening. Hopefully, we've got some people watching. If you're just now tuning in and you want to help us reach more people, please consider hitting the like button. We'll tell YouTube to promote us to people. And then maybe even share us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever. Send us in a text message.
Well, in that American Seed Company, are they online? So I could just go and order some shit online. I probably won't order seeds till next month because this month's already pretty much.
A lot of people prefer it this way.
Man, this whole disability shit is kind of jacked, actually, when you think about it, because working back in the day, everybody used to kind of joke about how you get your paycheck and it'd like be come in this hand and go out that hand, so you just kind of got to see it for a minute while you deposited your check kind of deal. But I gotta say, this disability shit, dude, hell, it gets to where it's already gone before it's a week before it gets here, it's already gone.
I appreciate it. I see it.
This shit sucks ass.
We've done it before. We've gotten trending on Twitter before. We need to do it again. Once again,
I'm gonna figure it out.
Because right now,
I'm just along for the ride.
Still likely either on the ground or getting ready to recycle here near Bibb Mill up towards Posey's Crossroads. Okay, that is a dangerous storm. We're going to keep an eye on that. We've got Storm Chaser Brad Arnold giving us a live feed up here.
Oh, okay.
Now,
well, hell, that's she goes by the damn Dollar General
second to look at
all the time.
Storm. It also has a tornado warning on it. Unfortunately, it's in a daggone radar hole. We've also got a developing tornado here near Brookwood, Warfield. You're under a tornado warning in China Grove, Limestone Bluff, Selma, and Casey, and Alabama. Take shelter now. It's a very similar situation will likely unfold.
Yeah, I mean, I
this area.
I just figure if you're going to do something, you might as well try to do it the right way from the get-go. And if I got access to people that know the shit,
I don't know how to explain it. This line of storms is coming through, right? And then
why not ask and try to do it?
As the line moves to the east,
do the best I can and come out with the best I can produce.
Where the greatest tornado activity has been happening. It's been following that zipper. We started out up here south of Birmingham with a storm that kind of faded out. Then this one kind of lit up. Next in line is this one. The zipper's going this way. So we'll see this one probably take a similar path or a similar arc that this one did. Now, this one's not over, by the way. The one that Brad's on right now is still producing a tornado, I think. In fact,
I guess I might could try. I probably
that's producing it.
It would probably be more effective than to try to do the hybrids at first on a fresh established bed, and then maybe I could then go into heirlooms next. Plus, I got to kind of learn the whole technique, get used to the pattern. Because it's a behavior adaptation too. That's what here lately it's adapting to behavior. Because I'm not usually sitting here. I'm not usually sitting out here going, gee, this sure is a pretty day. Oh, it just
this is what's going on out there today.
Rescue good seeds will have yours
In
on the
Alabama,
back and the
unfortunately,
time to plant.
it
Oh,
looks
okay.
like this is also going to probably be happening in Georgia later. You've got Atlanta, Georgia.
Morning, Lady Smith.
It's currently only 1 p.m.
Is that the American seed, the Dollar General? Those are like 50 cents a pack.
in the morning. So, just absolutely crazy what's going on out there today.
Yeah, true, Billy. Yeah, and I probably should have asked too, Nikki while she was here, but and if she's listening, I just don't want her to stop what she's doing. She's pre-planning.
Something that I'll be working on.
She be doing things. I wonder where Miss Mary is too. I hadn't seen her
Rotation up here with the storm that
in a
Brad's
bit.
on.
I hope Miss Mary's doing good.
So many tornadoes. See that little dot right there? That
Man, I'm kind of nervous about the auction thing tonight. I don't know how that's going to go.
And then there's another one right here, just south of Centerville. It'll be interesting to see if we see another one because we have so many storm chasers right there.
Yep.
To
Edens
that does happen.
and
If it does happen, it's going to happen somewhere right up here.
Annie.
The storm's past Randolph now, and next in line is going to be Jemison. Yeah, it's probably going to continue to recycle. As long as this dangly bit, as long as the dangling part of the storm here stays dangly. I listen, all right? I know that this isn't the most scientific explanation here, but it makes sense if to the people who just don't care about the science. As long as this part of the storm, this right here is like
The auction tonight, TT1, is at 9 o'clock Central,
This is where all the heavy rain and
10 o'clock Eastern,
stuff is
and 7 o'clock Pacific.
It's dangling off to the bottom here.
Steve
As long as that continues to
and
be
Nina
there,
Harlow,
up into this part of the storm where
Nina and Steve are going to come and help me with it. I think Anti was going to be in chat. I think Indy said she was going to be there, try to help. I was showing some necklaces last night, so there's a few necklaces, lady stuff. There's some books, firefighting books, got instructional stuff. Got
another thing that can happen here, and something that we can hope
an old do-it-yourself
this big area right here goes out. So if we see it start to take
building type book from back in the day, showing you, the angles and running piping, wiring, on all that kind of the basics. I just figured, I don't need that stuff anymore, and if it can go to somebody that can use it, and I can get a few bucks for it, so that I can do something to improve this place, then that's all I'm shooting for. I got some old books. I got an old ass dictionary. Actually, yeah. I'm not going to sell the one that was my mom's at work. That's a 60s version of a Webster's. But there's an older one. I want to say maybe like 1923 or something. I want to say there's a. And then I got a medical book, an old 1920 something medical book. There's some Afghans. Got a picture of the moon. A real photo, stamped on the back with a number. So just different stuff. I figured got some whatnots, little antique, little jewelry boxes, whatnot boxes, type things. You can go to the pictures and zoom in. Got some recipe books, that type of stuff.
To me, that signifies that there are going to be some very.
I see what I miss. I miss some. Hey, what's up, Moonchild?
An extended period of time, and that will.
Any wigs? Hey, you know what? I could go look in the top of that closet. I don't know. I still hadn't pulled down some of those hat boxes.
Or in the Morristown area as well.
All right. Thank you very much, meteorologist Andy Hill. We're kind of jumping back and forth between our tornado situation down there in Alabama, and now our really dangerous, damaging wind situation that is unfolding here in eastern Tennessee. We just saw a huge storm go through Knoxville. It's now
I thought about
Sevierville's
pulling out some of the old records too.
Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge in minutes. I really hope that people are preparing for this because it is going to be a nasty storm and it's going to knock down trees. Buddy, there is a bunch of them out there in Pigeon Forge.
I've got a couple of old,
you guys know all about it. Here
and I've actually in the building. I mean, I don't know. One day I could pull out. There's so many. I've got actually between my old books and my mom's old books. I don't know. It's like way back in the day. I just like to learn shit. So I would just read stuff. She was the same way. That's how I grew up that way. And so, like, there's books in there on Greek mythology, the Mayans, all the different, stuff you hear like that. There's different religions.
County, Alabama. This is I think it even kind of jumped out. I kind of jump scared Brad a little bit.
Variety of
He
shit.
was trying to get in position, but like it came out of the trees like, boom.
Scientific name of the family
in Nashville.
What is that, Miss Helen? Let's see, make sure I understand the best ways to know your seeds is actually know the family plant names. And you can go from there of what group of the seeds are in, because some places don't have the names. They just have the family.
Was talking about big backwards C-shaped bowing segment here through Eastern Tennessee.
I will say,
Morristown, Jefferson City, Newport, Sevierville, Gatlinburg, Wares Valley, all the way down into North Carolina.
I want to try to learn more about that nightshade family, because apparently the nightshade family. So I want to learn more about the nightshade stuff. I've just kind of got to get into a mental comfort zone, and once I can kind of get over this little auction thing, okay, well, what am I going to be able to do? Okay, now I'm here, then I can kind of get into more of a chill mode. Once I start planning shit and kind of then I start kind of worrying, because until it's flowing, then it's always, I never know, something can go wrong. Something always goes wrong. I used to laugh and say, I'm going to build a damn sign out front and put Murphy does live here. And when people want to know Murphy, and it'd be like, yeah, Murphy's Law, little prick, born and bred right here. Yeah, I guess damn, I should have got that dog. I got to show him.
New storms are forming back here again around Nashville. The tornado
got to go. Y'all have the best day. You too, Miss Shirley. Make it a great day.
The biggest threat is going to be kind of like training, flash flooding, and hail as these storms continue to move off to the northeast. Flash flooding is already happening in Kentucky. 2 flash flood warnings up here. And of course, get back down here into Alabama, where we have 2 ongoing
spring is next,
tornado warnings. And thankfully, that dangly bed.
Well, I would like to eventually get to where maybe I could do a little greenhouse type thing or something,
But what we're watching,
I want to try to grow some stuff that's good for them, that I can kind of help feed them, that's good for them, stuff that we can use to cook with and eat, and then some stuff I can use to trade, and
A new tornado watch has been issued.
Oh.
We got a new tornado watch, I reckon.
Miss Sharon, it starts at 9 Central, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. There's a link up on my community page.
Considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Granger, Ham.
Okay, y'all have a good day. Have fun planting gardens, getting it all ready for the spring.
Considerable severe thunderstorm warnings are
you all, and
a level above a regular severe thunderstorm.
Later on. You got it, Miss Helen. Make it a great day.
A brick wall.
I'm blessed with awesome weather right now.
Downtown Chattanooga late Thursday morning, destroying 1 and damaging 2 vehicles. The Chattanooga Fire Department says 3 people in the blue vehicle were in the blue vehicle. Wow.
That's it.
That was associated. Chattanooga.
Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, it will. And that's pretty much here.
Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, Ryan, I'll direct your attention back down to the southern
Since I'll wait, I'm so good at
Alabama. We we've seen this at least 3 times today now, where the velocity signature begins to
Billy, that's
tighten up.
8 Mountain Time where the wannabe men live.
The outbound winds, and then it concentrates in that area of 3 or 4 pixels, and then we see the tornado debris signature. I think that's what's happening again right here, right as it passes over Hazen along Highway 22, headed towards Selma. So I think we're seeing yet again maybe another instance of this common pattern that we've seen on the radar today. So this is definitely our one to watch for the time being.
All right, thank you, meteorologist Andy Hill. We're going to really watch out in Selma, Alabama. This is a very populated area. You're under a tornado warning, but like we've been mentioning for a while now, the way this is working is a lot of whatever just happened to your
I even
north
thought about pulling out some of
happen
the
to you.
old
What happened
tools.
to
I
the
just,
north with this storm that Brad and Brett were
I don't know.
it produced a bunch of big tornadoes. I think that it's likely that something similar to that happens down here. So let's take shelter in Selma if we haven't already.
Tools. That's
the storm is coming right for the town.
I still have illusions of grandeur that I can do more than I really can, but it makes me feel better to
Beyond
think
that, even Ottagaville, Mulberry, Statesville, Mount Sinai, down here north and west of Montgomery in Alabama.
Well, that's I'll forget about
You're not
Mountain
under a
Time.
warning yet, but this storm is going to cause problems for you.
So Mountain Time is an hour ahead, so it's always in between Central and Pacific. I just need to remember that.
Chilton County, Alabama. And let's try to get an update from him if we can. Let's get an update from all of them. Brett, I've got you up here on
I'm
YouTube.
just so calm.
Just wanted an update from you. What's your plan? What are you thinking about today?
By the way, did you get the results kits off?
If you get a chance.
Did they call you back with the results?
Brad, give us an update whenever you can.
Or are you just giving them the afternoon off now?
Plan is. And Chris, we're live on YouTube.
I'll be at work, but we'll try to pop in. Cool, man.
As we continue to watch these storms unfold.
Hey, Ryan. So I am still on, I think this is Highway 82. I may be wrong about that, but we're dropping south towards that.
And it'll be Venmo and Cash App.
Right now. It looks like
that's the only two. I was going to do the PayPal, but man, I got to say, PayPal done gone stupid. Yeah, they got weird shit in there. Want to dig into your whole social thing.
And this one looks like it has even better chance of it being more isolated up in front of that QLCS squall line. So I should be there here in just a few short moments.
Right. Not much is going on. Not much has actually went on for a little while. I think what we're going to do, we're going to head back towards the 75 corridor and watch these cells come out of central Tennessee and may pose a flash flooding risk, maybe some isolated hill risk here. Thank you for that.
A little bit, I got to lean back.
All right.
Back's
there you go. Those are our updates from Storm Chasers Brad Arnold and Chris Hall. Chris is in Kentucky.
And you'd think that they would want to be out in the sun, but they're more over here behind me in the
tornadoes and stuff. Chris is in Kentucky right now.
Effing chickens, you know how it goes.
By the way, just let me show you all this. I mean, son, this is a big storm. Hey, I'm trying to get your attention. Look at this.
Still
We've got
waiting, but I
severe
see a
thunderstorm warnings all the way down
going to be
into
pulled out of the
southern
damn wall if it don't
Mississippi and
work.
Alabama.
Well, okay there, smarty pants. Isn't that just a real intelligent thought process? They're not going to call me back when I want them to, so let me take my phone and damage my wall, because that's going to show them over there.
As well. And then we've got these new storms that are forming back here near Nashville that are having, problems with hail and stuff. And then on the backside,
I know how Fetterman got
in
here.
Missouri. It's probably going to snow a little bit in Illinois and Indiana later today, and then even up into the Northeast. So it's just super dynamic what's going on here.
It says so far the tornadoes are south of this. That's cool.
Where they are clashing, we are just seeing an absolute mess of severe weather.
Did you get your chicken thing done, Rescue? You got live chickens on. Cool. Yep.
Tornadoes.
The kiddos are back there.
More active severe weather days we've had in a while. It just kind of sprung up on us on the last minute here on
Mr. Fluffy Butt right there.
Ahead, Andy.
There's still another one back over here. I got 3 hens and 1 rooster right there.
Cells down there near Mobile, Alabama. Currently, Mount Vernon and Citronelle are in a severe thunderstorm warning. But if you watch this supercell that's prompting that warning, you can can see.
Yeah, I guess I could go get the 5-gallon bucket and finagle my way in there. I sat in the corner yesterday with them, and I was just listening to some shit on YouTube while I was sitting there, and they'd come up and they just eyeball me. They get to eating, and it's so funny too because I can just reach down and run my fingers across the ground, and they think I put in the new food. And they come over there and start eating the feed again, like this is new shit. And it's like that's what I dumped down this morning.
But but that does not mean that this does not have the potential to become a dangerous storm, as it every frame.
What's up, John? No clucks given.
Thank you very much.
That's it.
Meteorologist Andy Hill. This is
One day I'm going to try to jack around with some graphics so I can make me some cool little
severe thunderstorm warning at Mount Vernon,
funny things like other people got, you know, no clucks given, the Cluckin Alamo.
And we come down here and are talking about a tornado warning.
I can never kind of get into a groove here.
Closely. Even when I leave this area on the radar, Andy, and, you know, we're watching all of these.
I got the rats. You know,
something happens and we need to bring our attention there, somebody will let me know. But
been going over Twitter drops interesting. Plus they become more classified.
Go ahead, Andy, again.
Joby's garage.
Right, sorry, Ryan. Rapid firing now.
Can't get any better out of that, you know. And that's
tornado should be or is on the ground now. We've got a debris signature.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to shift our focus over here to Selma, Alabama. This is an extremely dangerous situation. We have a really tornado on the ground.
Well, yeah, see, and you know, they were raised basically. Oh, heaven forbid I'm going to say it, but damn, my kids were raised in a social environment on social media.
Regardless,
because Miss Nikki, she hatched him, and we all watched him kind of grow up, and then she would get up on panel and talk with us so often with the phone down in there with them. So yeah.
To the north or to the south, it's going to go right through. So we really need to get there now. If we can get Ryan Carty in the number
Kim
one spot,
says I got to go back to work
go ahead
for a couple of days.
Sorry, Ryan. That tornado warning that just showed up, that it didn't put a sound on it.
You got to go back to work for a couple of days in a couple of hours.
Anchorage, Tennessee, and Jefferson County. So that's,
or in a couple of days, you're going to go to work for a couple of hours.
Okay, all right. Also,
that's
they
so
did
open-ended.
Create that warning for Dallas County in Alabama to
see, Wizard says these are not the clucks you were looking for. That's it.
But this is on the ground. If you're in Selma, get underground or to your safe spot fast. Run. Don't walk. This is a dangerous situation. Also, we've got a warning up here.
And I guess that would be classic terminology. We would say these are not the clucks you were looking for. In 2023, it'd be like, yo, man, these ain't. This is the pimp talking, and these ain't the chicks you looking for.
Bainbridge, all the way up here between the I-40 and the Interstate 40.
Sad attempt to humor. You know how it goes.
Near Banbury, this is a dangerous storm with a potential tornado here near Sevierville, Tennessee. So now we've got a big wall of damaging winds up here in Tennessee, causing problems, and with embedded tornadoes as well. So you're under a tornado warning there in Tennessee, and that's going to be for Jefferson County, Tennessee. Please take shelter now.
Nope, wow. Jefferson County, Tennessee.
So that's Tennessee. We're going to leave this radar up there. See if I can't find better local. Yeah, I'm going to switch the radar site here, and we're going to. Oh wow! Yeah, look at that. That little knot right there in the front of it indicates that there could be a tornado. So that's going to come through Danvers, Tennessee soon. All right, so you got to get shelter. Run, don't walk. Now we've got Baldwin County and Mobile County, Alabama, under confirmed tornado warnings. Son,
see, that's the funny thing, TT1, because here at the Cluckin Alamo, we have no identity problems.
Alabama, all the way up and down this line of storms.
Everybody knows their role.
Big tornado getting ready to hit Selma, Alabama. You've got to get underground. This is going to be a very bad situation. Okay, this is more than likely going to go right through the center of town. And then also we've got
get all up on my grill.
I believe tornado warning for Lambert. The Lambert.
It's funny you say that too, Richard, because that's what I do to Rudy all the time. He gets all up here, and I go, "You all up in my grill, dog."
County, Alabama. That's what's going on down here. We got a confirmed tornado as well. This is the one that Andy was talking about a while back. This is why we want as many people watching as possible. We saw this one coming. We now have the official warning for it. Take shelter now. This is going to come to Mount.
Oh, I'll be right back.
County and Dallas
Okay.
County, Alabama.
Sorry about that.
And this is
No, it was
associated
actually the
with our
missus.
extremely dangerous storm up here near.
I gotta say, man,
really unfortunate situation right now. It's happening. I think
the reservation she works for,
moving into the town right now.
they do some batshit crazy ideas, especially because you could they follow a little bit of that Democratic shit, but on the same side, they also do pretty wild, cool things. So it's like during the whole Coof thing, she got paid all her things. She never missed a beat. It might as well have been at work every day. And so that was kind of cool. But then they do stupid shit like she has to wear the stupid little face crap where everybody, all the customers don't. So there's that kind of goofy shit. But then they do good shit like this. She just called to say she apparently got the rest of the day off, paid too, but they were slow enough. Now it's starting to hit them. See, now they're slow. Now they're slowing down. People are starting to wake up. It's like, and I told her, I laughed months ago going, yeah, well, one day you're going to look out there and there's not going to be as many people out there. And it's going to be like, one, it's like, yeah. And then that's when you're going to know that the masses are starting to realize. And sure enough, so they got slow enough today that they kind of said, hey, if anybody wants to go home. And so she was like, sure, I will. And so they said, okay, you can do PTO, some pay time off. And I was like, what? So yeah, she was just calling to tell me she gets to come home, paid time. So
it looks to me like it's going to be
towards
the northern side of town. It's where it's going through right now. And then
disclaimer: no chickens were harmed in the filming of this live. Shoot, no. Anything they were fattened up and loved on.
My goodness, you've got to get to shelter. You have to go. You have to get there now.
Look, TT1, them birds, they could identify as ducks, but it won't do them any good because I'm going to tell them that they're effing chickens.
Let them know that this is an emergency. This is not a regular tornado warning. This is going to cause significant damage down here, more than likely, in the Selma region of Alabama. This isn't the only place where we have a big tornado right now either. There's another tornado on the ground just to the south here, north of Mobile, Alabama. All right, we got a tornado down. My goodness, near Lambert Grove, Pinola, and Movico, and Mount Vernon.
Later, guys, I got to recheck
Alabama
the
as well
crochet
with that.
pattern again. I can't remember it already, Kim.
What is going on today? Yeah, just a huge tornado here moving into Mount Vernon, Alabama. You have got to run, don't walk. Run, don't walk to shelter as we continue to watch these storms unfold. Ryan Carty, have we done a refresh on him? Okay, but he's down on the CDM website too. Like we can't see anything from Ryan anywhere.
Wizard 1%. Got to charge the POS. Actually, yeah, my tablet's down to 34%.
So, we do have storm chasers on.
I don't know. I'll go about another 10 more minutes. That'll give me 2.5 hours here. I want to go rest up.
I don't know what's going on there.
And then I guess I'll start getting shit kind of laid out for tonight.
The last thing we saw from him was this right here. So hopefully we get an update from him soon. But anyways, right now in Selma, there is a huge tornado going through the town.
I wish I lived around more people or something that they could just, I could.
Hopefully everybody in that town is in their safe spot because it's happening right
directly.
All you can do is hope that the early heads up, the early warning was enough to get people out there because this is absolutely causing significant damage in Selma right now. And this is a very populated area, unfortunately. There is a PDS warning. But right now, like if you're not in your safe spot in Selma, like you've got 1 second maybe to get there. So hopefully we've got the message across for Selma. We need to start worrying about what's happening downstream. Okay, downstream, you've got Brantley, Manila, Burnsville, Fremont, Bonita, Winslow, Evergreen, Independence, Vida Junction, all the way up to New Prospect, Alabama. You're next in line for this tornado. Right now in Selma, a very dangerous, deadly tornado is ripping up debris, throwing it into the sky. That debris that's being picked up in Selma right now will likely rain down on Manila and Burnsville and Statesville right before the tornado comes through this area too. If it continues, we can hope that it lifts. We can hope that it doesn't continue, but right now it looks like this is going to continue to be a
Yeah,
problem
man, this
all the way
shit
up through
sometimes
Barnesville.
looks like a kid
Still
picks
not
up a
seeing
can of
anything
pixie
from Ryan
sticks and
Hardy.
throws it around. Just watch large objects thrown around.
Okay.
It's
Wait,
crazy.
Andy, is that picture that you sent from Ryan Carty?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So there it is. This is the actual last thing that we saw from Ryan. So yeah. All right. That is a monster tornado, and it just went through Selma. So unfortunately, guys, I do believe we're going to start hearing some information from Selma about. I would imagine that's probably going to be close to catastrophic damage there in Selma. As this large, deadly tornado just went through. I think it's exiting the town now, but now it's on Highway 14 between Brantley and Valley Grande, and it's going to continue to ride that area. This is a big one, too, okay? Let me show you that again. Okay, this is a huge tornado. It's not just going to be on one road. It could take up the entire space between Highway 22 and Highway 14 and move up towards Burnsville and Fremont, okay? You've got a couple minutes if you're in Burnsville to get to shelter. If this right here doesn't do it for you, I don't know what's going to. This is coming to you, and it's going to be there soon. And then we're going to continue to see this move up towards Fremont, Bonita, Milton, and Evergreen. So that's what's going on there. We're going to keep you updated on what just happened in Selma as we get new information in. It looks like we got Ryan back up. I don't know.
Are any of the people here around Selma?
I don't know where exactly he is. I don't know if this is live. I don't know if this is kind of like
was in
playback or what.
northeast.
But it looks like he's in the city. And from what I can see, from where he is right now, wherever he is, there's not significant damage. I don't know if he's north or south of where the tornado just went or not.
I hope everybody's okay.
We'll keep up to date with it. The good news is that it seems like Ryan's okay. All right, so we're going to continue to watch this. Also, by the way, guys, I don't forget. I'm just like there's a lot going on here. There is another very big tornado on the ground right now south of Pinola. All right, and actually it might not be very big, but it's strong.
Well, and you know what? See, it's not. What gets me is the minute I heard that, nobody brings up the fact
and they're both like extremely impressive. Look
that
at this one on radar.
it's not that he has them. It's the point that he didn't even have any right at all to have them.
There you go.
You know, they talk like it's this president potato head, and it's like, oh no.
Moving right towards Mount Vernon,
He was at a position that had no authority whatsoever.
Still ripping up debris.
So it's like just the action itself was treasonous.
Selma, Alabama. We've got storm chaser Brad Arnold.
Much less then you start looking at the details of, and you know, the whole Penn State thing and all the funding behind that. You know,
very similarly to
$40+ million by anonymous Chinese
picked up
people.
A lot of debris. You know, it was a big tornado. It's probably going to lift.
Just look at all that crap.
I don't know exactly when that's
going to happen. But I guess we're fixing to find out if that church committee or any of that's fixing to fire up. What's up, Samoa?
Probably still looking something like this once again, which this is from Ryan Carty's live feed just moments ago as this giant tornado went through Selma, or went, hopefully, we can hope to goodness that it went just to the north of Selma, which is a possibility right now. Do we have Brandy?
Well, and then, you know,
and
it's also, people also lose track of the time of that. Okay. You know, I mean, that was.
Right, so we should hear.
Yeah.
We should hear something soon.
I'm really curious to. I'll never know. Nobody. I don't think anybody will ever know all the documents. Well, some would know.
If you guys see anything newsworthy,
we'll never know
on Twitter. Please.
But I would definitely be curious to know just exactly which documents that was.
I know we got a lot of people.
I wonder if those documents were somehow like, I don't know, maybe backups of emails or something, or, you know,
they're just wanting an update on it.
Who knows
what's going on? But we're going to try to be able to get that information to them, and also continue to relay new information on the ongoing tornadoes. We've got a big tornado getting ready to go through Mount Vernon, Alabama. We just had a big tornado go through Selma.
Because it's like that whole scrub server thing and all that. That's okay. There was still a cache. Everything that got sent, there was copies made. Somebody's got copies of those
likely
emails.
already passed through Sevierville now, but I know that they were in line for a big storm not too long ago. And now we've got a new tornado warning.
So yeah, they're trying to downplay it, you know.
So now we've got a tornado warning.
It's like how I heard somebody played a clip of an interview, and they try to say it how it's like, well, he might have had those, but he's not as bad as that guy that had those. So see, that was worse. And it was like, see, it's that retarded ass thinking that got us.
Hamlin County, and Jefferson County.
I don't even understand how those people on some of those shows are even still on. I mean, how can anybody? It's like that. What is that stupid show? View or something where then women just sit up there and they say the most ironic off the wall
Atlanta,
shit.
Georgia is under a tornado watch.
And apparently there's people that just sit every day and stare at that glass tube and listen to their shit.
My team is telling me that Dallas County, Alabama
Ooh wee.
has for emergency management right now. We're working on getting information anything as soon as possible. I am really hoping that we hear that tornado north of the main area of Selma, because that is
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Given how far away we were from
Joyful had put a link in. I guess Joyful, if you don't mind dropping that link again, if you're handy to do that.
See his camera above my feet or above my head.
He's been monitoring that.
Let's come back
tornado
down here to the Mobile, Alabama radar, where we are continuing to watch this storm, which is just unbelievable. Unbelievable what's happening here with this just perfect supercell producing another very dangerous life-threatening tornado that's getting ready to move into Movico, Alabama, and Mount
He's
Vernon.
Still there.
All right,
he's
got a couple
kicking.
minutes. If you haven't got to shelter yet, you got to get there now. Downstream, it's going to hit Fort Stoddard,
that dude,
Latham, Tensas, and Montgomery Hill here in Alabama. This is north of Mobile.
I'm waiting to see what them 14,000 hours of that particular day show, though. I will say that.
We're talking about
I don't know if y'all have heard
Mexico,
that,
pretty much. We're talking about middle Alabama.
That's the next objective, apparently,
dangerous
on the
storms,
McCarthy thing is going to be to release the
and we've got to make sure that we're
14,000
taking them
hours
seriously.
of video.
Right, so big time
from that
dangerous
wonderful
situation
day.
unfolding in.
I'm sure curious to see what that 14,000 hours worth of footage is going to show.
Tornado is crossing Highway 43 between Movico and Mount Vernon right now. It's going to continue to go up this way towards Fort Stoddard. Everybody in Mount Vernon needs to be getting
Not
shelter.
to mention if they see the footage from old
seconds now.
Bag Lady's film crew that she just conveniently had there that day.
It does seem like that big tornado.
They'll have all that behind the scene blooper type action. I can't wait to hear what was said in the back end.
We're not 100% certain on the details just yet, but it does look like it went just to the north of downtown. And man, that was a giant tornado. Oh my God.
What's up, Indy?
It's January 12th.
Okay, so rescue, he put this shit out and they laughed at him. Some
damage here.
Oh, well, that's a lot they're seeing now. And then now you see just how
WX
deep it goes and what he was actually,
I'm really open for
what he had stumbled into.
Because according to radar, it looked like
and
it
then
went
showing
right
people.
through town, but
and so,
I'm hoping that the actual base, the actual bottom of it, it went through some of the less populated areas, but we'll keep you updated on that. Stay tuned here because I've got people helping me out listening to like emergency management and stuff. We're going to know exactly what happened in Selma.
Hey, Aloha Prepper. How are you, ma'am? Thank you so very much.
This is a photo from the Walmart in Selma.
I have tried to write an email and I just haven't been able to accomplish it. I write it and then I'm
sent him to James.
My writing skills totally suck. And so all I can say, ma'am, is thank you. Thank you very much. It means so much to me.
Alabama right now. We've got a tornado down here. It's going to continue to move off to the northwest. Hopefully, everybody in Mount Vernon
happening on Tater.
It looks like this one might have.
Actually, I'd have to say it probably won't ever happen because I don't know if he would last long enough for it to happen.
Latham and Tensas are next in line here.
By the time the power structure gets there, I don't know that he's going to make it that far.
I wish I knew what happened there. Like, Ryan's feed was up for a lot of that, but it was frozen. I don't know what happened. Radar debris was being thrown up to 17,000 feet in the air while the storm was going over.
Hey,
So,
that coffee was pretty
y'all,
good.
that was not a that
I
was a
think I
huge
saved the last
tornado.
bit because I was like, damn, I'm fixing to drink
That
all
was,
that coffee up.
If that did hit like the downtown area, like
That's another
it's
thing
just
too.
not
After I
gonna
do
be
the
good.
incubator for them
As
so
far
I
as,
can
like,
hatch
the
more,
damage and
I
stuff like
think
that
I want to
would
get a
cause.
damn dehydrator. But man, they're kind of on up there, son. But I was just like, ooh, you know what? Banana chips. If I could grow strawberries, I wonder if I could do where the strawberry, get the seeds off of the strawberries, and then see I could eat those, and I could slice them and dehydrate them.
So we're hearing now
Stuff like that.
to WBRC Fox 6 News. There is a mile-wide path of destruction through downtown Selma.
Beets. I used to when I was young. I ain't a big
Potentially
fan of them.
unconfirmed, but it seems like there is a mile-wide path of destruction through downtown Selma. Can you give us another refresh on Ryan? I feel like he's
There you go. Thank you, Joyful.
and we have to do something to
Yeah,
bring him
that's
back up.
who I'm listening to.
I don't
Is
know
the
why that's happening.
Iron Hall, y'all.
But Ryan's in Selma. Okay, so he must be actually down now. Just try to keep.
I will
an
say,
eye on that.
I poked fun at her because
On ours, try to.
the nuts, I couldn't eat the macadamias, and I was like, man,
So, guys, if you're
honey
just now
roasted.
tuning in, we are down to
The
two
other, and I
tornado
was like,
warnings, but
oh,
they're both
man.
radar confirmed.
But she
If you're in
enjoyed the shit out
Autauga
of me. So
County, Alabama, Baldwin County, Alabama, or Mobile County,
see.
Alabama, you have to
Polished
take
off the
shelter
coffee.
now. We just
I haven't
witnessed
made the food
two
yet.
very large tornadoes go through
I'm gonna do the pancakes.
Alabama, and here's live footage from Ryan of the damage in Selma. This tornado just went through here minutes ago. This is live right now from storm chaser Ryan Carty of destruction, it looks like, in Selma.
What's up, Beaver Valley?
So
morning.
Unfortunately,
Bone Racer.
I can't tell exactly where he is from
More
this,
than
but
that,
it does look like
afternoon actually. Came home
it
early
didn't
from
miss the
work,
town.
and
It didn't miss the
right
town.
on the
If
table
anything,
was a big
it
cheese
either went
ball
through the
just
center
waiting for
or through the northern side of town. So we're going to see, unfortunately,
so dark here outside
tremendous damage from
All
Selma.
lights came
And
on
apparently
just
there's a
waiting.
mile-wide path of destruction in downtown Selma from what we're hearing.
Well, those look good too, Aloha. You'd be like, oh yeah.
That is not what you want to see.
Yeah, the sweets just weren't going to make it, and then the nuts just weren't making it for the prep thing. And it was cool because at first she felt bad, and I'm like, it's all good.
Again, this was.
I'm slowly. I don't think about it, so I don't dwell on it. You know, I can't do the nuts.
Right,
it is what it is.
before
Can't do seeds.
into,
It is what it is.
Selma, and caused the damage that we're just now starting to hear about now.
It's like pickles, man. You got to make some like tuna or something, or just even just pickles. I got to make sure when I slice them that I
we'll
rake all the seeds out.
Yeah.
I can have the pickle, just not the seeds.
Go ahead and send Chris Hall down there. We'll okay, good, yeah. And we might even make arrangements for us to go down there too at some point. We're gonna stick with trying to focus on covering the future of these storms, the future progression of these storms. For now, obviously, this line's still going to go through Atlanta. It's still going to go through eastern Alabama and then into Georgia. So we're going to be here with you throughout all of that. But at some point in situations like this, we do, because we have so many people watching, because we have so many awesome people who are generous and help us out and support our merch store and stuff. We go down there and we try to help out any way that we can. We got two big trailers we can fill up with supplies, and we'll get on our way as soon as we can. But we can go ahead and send Chris Hall there now to get it started, to talk to people who need things and stuff. So if you're just now tuning in, this is live severe weather coverage. And like, unfortunately, we just witnessed a terrible catastrophe in Selma, Alabama. Looks like a good portion of the city took a direct hit from a very large tornado. Additionally, we had another really big tornado go between Movico and Mount Vernon, Alabama. I haven't heard anything out of that yet, but it looks like it's recycling now. And there's going to be another big tornado drop here as it goes into Tinsall and Latham, Alabama. So this is still happening right now.
Zero clucks given, man. Not over yet. Clucks given.
We've got a big tornado that is getting ready to come through this area right now. It looks like Brad Arnold is somewhere where that tornado just went. Lake County, Alabama is under a considerable warning. By the way. Where's Brad? Let me see here. No, Brad's still in front of this thing. I thought I saw damage on his feed for some reason. Considerable severe thunderstorm warning for Hamblin, Hawkins County, and Tennessee as well.
Oh man, that shit is like
this one right here is getting ready to do bad things again. I really hope everybody in Latham and Tinsall is getting in their safe spot if they haven't got there already. This thing's ramping back up. It's going to produce another big one. Damage reports, the owner of the Selma County Club, the Selma County Country Club, the Selma Country Club says it's been destroyed. The Selma Country Club has been destroyed.
Oh, wow.
Here's another video from the Selma tornado. It's from Caleb Legrand.
Oh, yeah, she ate all those.
This looks like it was at Walmart. Can you imagine being at Walmart and like seeing that? This was we've seen a lot of different angles of the storm. A lot of them have been taken from this particular Walmart.
It's okay. It actually so happened that because right before that, she had
videos.
Got all excited one day and bought a pack of pecan sandies and shortbread cookies.
You should probably follow him on Twitter.
I ran in there. I was like, "Oh wow, that's so cool." Oh, well, I can't eat those. And then it dawned on her and she was like, oh, yeah, shit, I forgot. So then she had been looking for some shortbread cookies that didn't have the pecans. And she found some that particular day. So when it came in and I saw that, then I still have my pack of shortbread cookies. I love shortbread cookies.
Once again, still a very large storm.
Shit, I like oatmeal cookies.
Just went through Selma, dropped a big tornado. It looks like that tornado.
Ryan, it's Brad. Hey, I'm actually having a retreat back east on this county road. Nowhere to see. I did get.
Oh, I'm way south. Chap, I'm totally good. Matter of fact, you can look at me, brother. Look at this. I'll show you in relish in mine. See my skyline?
It's still on the ground right now, and
that's my skyline.
Near Independence.
So it's all beautiful.
Our presentation looks a lot less impressive than what it was earlier. But Brad's saying he's seeing that the tornado is still down, and it's somewhere in here between Evergreen and Independence. It's going to continue to go up towards Vida Junction, Joffrey, Browntown, Oak Grove, New Prospect, Rollins, Pine Level, the I-65 corridor between Pyron and Faze in Alabama. You got to take shelter.
Yeah, we were listening to this chap. Breezy was in chat, and Breezy was in Northeast Alabama, I think, and Miss Sharon was starting to get, I think, some of the weather. And I think there might have been a couple other people.
So
TT1 was in here and the rain was hitting him pretty hard.
From Storm Chaser Brad Arnold of the tornado
that is
right now near Independence and moving up towards Vida Junction. This is happening right now. It's right behind that building there.
I got
Holy
22%
smokes.
left.
Look at the rapid rotation. You can see this thing. The storm is, as a whole, is spinning like a top. Then you've got a damaging tornado happening underneath
If I was
that.
inside, I could show
In
the
near
screen and you all can
Independence.
see what he's showing. But
This is happening right now live from Storm Chaser Brad Arnold's feed here. And this tornado is right now between Evergreen and Independence, and it's going to continue to move on
thank
up
you, little heart.
towards Vida Junction. If
I
you're
didn't
in
mean it
Vida
like
Junction
that.
right now, this is going to be over your house in 2 or 3 minutes.
I started eating.
4 or
man,
5
I gotta
minutes,
say,
maybe
so
maybe
I
a
just
little bit
kinda-
closer to 8 in Joffrey.
I don't know,
10
man.
to 15 minutes in Old Kingston. Even longer than that in Browntown or
I
Posey's
just decided
Crossroads.
that shit. As long as I try to do
Huge
the right
rotating
thing,
storm.
I'm supposed to be here. I will be,
We're not
because I've been through a whole lot
This
worse.
is the same storm, by the way, that produced the big tornado in Selma. It's recycling right now. It's recycling right now, and it's probably going to do it again as it gets up there closer to Joffrey and Browntown. Even though you're not seeing anything make direct contact with the ground underneath that rotation, there is still
She's
still
awesome.
doing
Maybe some big
damage.
shit.
This is still a tornado. This is still, if that was to go over your house right now, it could still rip the roof off. It could still cause extreme damage to your life and property. And look at that. Holy smokes, y'all. This is nuts. This is nuts. There it is. And that thing is
Wow, I just stopped talking and kiss off. So I
not
just
playing
want to say
around.
that.
It's fast.
I don't like nothing.
It almost seems like it's sped up. This is real
I
time,
don't like nothing. I
live
dislike
right
everything.
now. And this is getting ready to go through, once again, Joffrey and then Brown Town. What Brad Arnold is doing right now is he is on Autauga County Road 40, and he's looking up to the north and east. So the direction that he was just pointing his camera was towards Vida Junction.
What are you got food in there?
And now he is getting on that road, and he's heading east. The tornado is to his west. If he looks out his or his north, I'm sorry. If he looked out his passenger side window right now, he would still be able to see it. All right, we're going to come back to him right here in a second. Real quick update on Selma. Selma, Alabama took significant damage. From the tornado that we just saw not too long ago. That's the same one that Brad Arnold is on right now. Additionally, we have another tornado
7 years
down here a little bit farther to the south. It looks like this one's trying to let up a little bit, but if I'm in Tensas or Latham, Alabama, I am getting ready for this storm to come through north of Mobile, because this is also going to cause a lot of problems here if this decides to recycle like these ones to the north have. That's all the tornado warnings right now. Okay, we do have severe thunderstorm warnings now for Johnson City, Tennessee, out here near Burnsville, North Carolina.
Whatever, kiss
Which
off.
we have a camera for that, by the way. We're going to be able to see that come in. And then, all
that
these
is
areas,
like
but the tornado warnings in
classic
Tennessee have been
definition
allowed
of
to
the pot
expire.
calling kettle black.
What's going on here with
The
Brett
very
Adair?
person
Brett Adair is
that bumps them gums the most is going to
Brett Adair is
accuse me of
like
doing it.
literally right in the path of this tornado too. So,
Man, I see
geez,
what's
man,
happening.
these guys are dangerously close. So that big rotating part of the storm is going over where Brett Adair is right now. I don't know exactly how close he is to the circulation. I don't know if we'll be able to see it, make contact with the ground here.
I'm just going to stand up and
Brett
go,
is right in the path of this tornado. He's on, let me figure out the road that he's on there. Brett is on Highway 82.
What's up, Ronnie York?
He's pulled off on the side here near Joffrey and Old
Ronnie
Kingston.
York is
And
Ronnie Cat.
he's probably checking radar and trying to figure out what he's going to do next, but he is dangerously close to that tornado. And here's another view of it from Brad Arnold, Storm Chaser Brad Arnold here. Once he gets past these trees, you're going to be able to see it a lot better as the honestly, this has probably been the most visible storm of the day. A lot of these have been shielded in rain. This one, you've actually been able to see it, or at least part of it anyways. huge tornado. And yeah, we are still hearing news from Selma. Not a good situation. That's all I can say right now. It was not good news. Looks like there was a mile-wide path of destruction through Selma. And the storm that Brad is on right now, the storm that Brad and Brett both are on right now, is the same one that went through Selma.
Oh, man.
Patusco says, even if you can only watch,
But
you can
tonight's
help
the
by hitting
auction.
the like button. Yeah.
If you don't mind telling anybody you
doing
think
that
that might
tells
be
YouTube
interested
to
in a few
promote us
little
so that
things.
more people can be alerted to what's going on out here.
Trying to
Go
raise
ahead,
some chicken scratch.
Andy.
Yeah, Ryan, I was watching the
got to get
couplet
this
just
sketch
reform
together.
on the storm that right next to Brett and Brad, and it is back on the ground now. Just past those trees, there's definitely a tornado on the ground doing damage now for the radar.
Okay, thank you very much, Andy.
A new tornado warning.
So now we've got
has
a
been
new
issued.
confirmed tornado warning for Chilton County, Coosa County, and Elmore County, Alabama. Tornado still on the ground doing significant damage here near where Brad Arnold is right now. This is near Joffrey. Wow. Who was that? Did you see that?
9 o'clock tonight,
Like a firefighter
Aloha,
or something.
Central Time.
So Brad Arnold has pulled
10
up on
o'clock
the path of this
Eastern,
tornado.
8
Looks
o'clock
like.
Mountain, 7 o'clock
I don't know if
Pacific.
somebody needs help or what.
Steve
but,
and Nina are
you can
supposed to
see
be
that
there.
there's significant damage to the trees. And
There's
the
a
buildings
link
out
on my
front of where
community
Brad is right
page.
now. Oh, and that's somebody's house. It's somebody's house. Okay, I see. All right. So,
I know that was a
unfortunately here,
badass calendar, wasn't it? That's some
what's
hellacious
happening
shots,
is
isn't it, Jeff?
we just saw a tornado, a big
That's
tornado go
beautiful.
through this area. Okay. And now a severe thunderstorm is going to move in. Okay. So Brad Arnold is running into this house right now. A severe thunderstorm is getting ready to move into the area. So the roof's ripped off of this
Hey,
house.
Andy, are you
And there
still
are
here?
hundreds of houses in similar situations here. And now it's going to start hailing. The wind's going to start blowing again. We're going to see strong winds, heavy rain. It's just a terrible situation unfolding here as lots of people need help in this area.
New information. This
We got a new
tornado
PDS
warning has
tornado
been
warning.
upgraded.
We got a PDS tornado warning for Autauga County, Alabama. As you get hit by this tornado, it's important to remember what's going to happen next. The roof could get lifted off your house. The house altogether could get blown away. And
Hey, would you
then
do me a
it's
favor,
going to
Indy,
rain.
and would you,
It's going
on
to storm.
my
It's going
community
to hail.
page, would you grab
Keep
that
in
link
mind.
to the
Do
auction
not take shelter in your pajamas.
and
Do
post
not
it
take
for me?
shelter without throwing on a pair of shoes first. Put on a helmet. Do everything you can to prepare yourself for what's getting ready to happen. Okay? This is unfortunate. It's a very unfortunate situation. I'm sorry you're having to go through this, but you need to do
I don't know,
everything
man.
you can
I
to
hate to
protect
ask
yourself
anybody
and
to
make sure that
share
you're
it,
prepared
but
for what's going to happen
I mean,
next
if you feel up
after
to,
this storm
that's all
comes
I'll
through.
say.
All right?
If
So
you feel
you
up
want
to
to
sharing
preferably
it,
get underground. You want to preferably get underground. If you can't get underground, you want to get into the most interior room of your home. And you want to barricade yourself with as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. All right? And
you got a link? Do you already have it?
brace. Get
Like,
ready for it. If you're
your
in
event already
Browntown,
established?
Oak Grove, New Prospect, Mountain Creek, Rollins, or Pine Flat in Alabama, we're minutes away from this tornado coming through. All right, and it is going to do significant damage.
New information.
It's going
this
to
tornado
do
warning.
You already have a
catastrophic
link,
damage now
you
as
know, an
the
event thing set up
National Weather
for it.
Service
You want
has
to put the
upgraded
link up
this
when I need the next
to
one.
a tornado emergency. Okay, so a tornado emergency is something that only happens in very rare occasions where the National Weather
he
Service
does.
believes that
Aloha.
this is the kind of tornado that
Thank you, Indy.
is talked about for years to come.
Yeah, so
All right.
anybody interested,
So
and if you
this
don't
is
know,
what we're
I have a
dealing
small
with here.
auction
We've got a
tonight,
tornado
trying to
emergency.
get some money together.
Basically, nothing changes about what I'm saying, though. If you are in the path of this, your
Well, you
life
don't have
is
a
in
link?
more danger than it ever has been, more than likely. And you can't
How do
accidentally
you not have a link?
survive this. You have to try. And one of the things that you've got to do is
These
make sure
StreamYard, I
that you
can't
are
tell.
getting into the safest spot in your house. If you can get underground, obviously, please do that. But you want to get into
Well, that's weird.
a
I
room
have
in
to
your
see
house to
why you
where
don't have a link,
if you
Ronnie,
were
when I
to
get in there.
punch, if you were to punch through any of the walls, your hand would end up in another room.
Thanks, Indy.
If your hand would go
Yeah, I know,
outside,
Ronnie. You
you're in the
helping me.
wrong place. All right. So get into a closet, a bathroom, whichever one has the least amount of glass. Grab the mattress off the bed. Grab blankets, pillows, anything that you can to help add to the protection here. Because what's going to happen more than likely, it's not like
Okay.
people think
So
that there's a
another
tornado, you get
okay.
sucked up. That
I just
rarely
figured you
happens. All
changed
right.
the name.
What's going to happen is
You
pieces
know,
of your
type
house are going to fall on you, and that's how you're going to get hurt. So if you protect your
well,
head, throw on a
when
helmet,
this one
make sure
posts,
you got shoes on, make sure you're
I'll
ready
be
to
able
go after
to
this thing gets by you,
go
just in
back
case you
in
need
it.
to evacuate for whatever reason, a fire or whatever it
And
is. There's going to be nails, there's going to be screws, there's going to be stuff laying
I don't
around.
know what
You
weird
want
shit
to
that
avoid
is.
that. All right. So get everything you can ready and get
I'll
into
be able to
shelter
go
now.
back into
You've
it
got a
after
lot
this
of
post,
time
and
to
I
do
can
this. If you're way out here in
make you a mod.
Willona, Pentonville, Speed, Cottage Grove, Ray, all the way out here to Seaman, Weoka, and Weoka Mills out here in Alabama. You guys have got like 10, 15, 20 minutes. All right. So do it now. Get everything ready now. You don't have time. You have a couple seconds if you're in Oak Grove. You've got a minute or so if you're a New Prospect. This is going to cross Interstate 65 here within the next couple of minutes. At Wadsworth, you don't have much time left. If you're in any of those places, you've got to run, not walk, to your safe spot here, as this thing is just causing just literally catastrophic damage here in this part of the world. My goodness, look at that. That is one of the most impressive signatures you will ever see for a tornado. And it's happening here on January 12th down here in our enhanced risk. This is just absolutely crazy. You can see the thing rotating like a hurricane almost on radar. Like this is nuts. And then of course, whenever we look at the velocity here, we have a huge velocity couplet. We have, once again, just everything that could possibly tell you that this is a huge tornado. We're talking about on the EF scale on the higher end. This is what is showing up right here. This is what we're looking at. And now it's headed towards Mountain Creek and eventually up towards Rockford in Alabama. If you're in Otaga County, Alabama, there's a tornado emergency in effect, which once again,
hey, we can pick on him though right now. He can't say nothing bad.
We're 100% sure that pretty much catastrophic
damage is going to occur
because of the tornado associated.
Don't mess with Joyful.
So anybody downstream here needs to be getting in your safe spot. Once again, I do want to reiterate that if anybody knows somebody that lives out here that isn't paying attention to the weather, maybe they're at work, maybe they just generally don't care about this kind of stuff, you need to call them. You need to call them. That stimulus.
All I say is 100% to check.
My aunt that lives in Georgia that's watching this guy on YouTube called me like that. Something's got to be going on here. That could save a life. You could be a hero. Share the information on social media. Just do whatever we can to spread the word here. Okay, go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, Ryan. Also, I want to include everyone who's thinking about people driving on Interstate 65 south of Mountain Creek, Alabama.
I may or may not have finished.
You know anyone traveling on Interstate 65? Please reach out to them. Let them know what's happening here. The hardest place to get information is while you're driving on a road, especially if you're solo. Very well, everyone in this area driving on the interstate could not know that there is. This is ongoing.
York.
Just literally half a mile to the west of them, right now.
Where's them dots?
All right, thank you, Andy.
I'm going to the timeout.
I'm going to have to fix that here in a second.
Sorry, you guys come up, Ronnie, for a breath. It'll be that accidental slip of the finger.
Like he just says, getting ready to cross Interstate 65. Then we're going to see it go into Mountain Creek. Andy, could you give us just a couple more words here? I'm going to click like two buttons.
Joyful Diamonds became the gavel diamond. Bam.
Go ahead.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. Yeah, some communities, smaller communities, right in the line of this.
Is that, hey, you know what? I guess when Joyful does it, then they call that's literally called tough love, because that's Joyful.
Over the river and approach areas like Titus Church, New Home Baptist Church, Wayside Baptist Church, Mount Nebo Baptist Church. A lot of churches in this area that is mostly rural, but there are houses on every end road that we need to be thinking of. Titus, Alabama. If you know someone there, please reach out to them. These are small communities, but perhaps we're able to reach
Dear
the people
Ronnie,
that
I was
matter in
grabbing
this
for my cell phone
in this situation
and
and
had
get
been at this
information
for a
to
little
them.
bit,
This
and my
tornado is
fingers
currently
intentionally
over
went in and
Interstate
hit the button.
65
No, I'm
right
just
now.
sorry. She
Is
said my
just
fingers
passed over
fumbled.
the
It was an
interstate
accident.
and is about to pass over also Highway 31 paralleling the interstate. Then it's going to head straight towards Backwoods Hick Productions, Wadsworth Grocery, Pine Flat Church, Bethlehem
Well, I'm
West
down to
Church,
14%
into the
on
north
the
of
battery
Mount Zion
life, and I'm
Cemetery,
at 2 hours and 58
Alabama.
minutes.
If you know someone in that area, Locust Level Road, Coosa River Road, and State Road 143 here along Marbury Mountain Creek. That's the area we're focusing on right now as it approaches Coosa River and north of Jordan Lake in Alabama here.
All right. Thank you very much, Andy.
It was definitely all.
So we are going to continue to watch this as it moves up to the north and east. This thing is still, it's still got a huge tornado down. We're still watching our storm chasers track.
Oh, Samoan, you know,
to the north.
a couple of the women ganged up on
right
Huckleberry.
now. Who's closest to this? Okay,
Yeah,
well,
where's the anti-abject?
Brad both
New
We need
information.
anti.
a little
This
bit
tornado
anti.
warning has been upgraded.
behind because they obviously they stopped to help that person.
Well, actually, you can blame
And
Kiss
now,
Off, because I gotta say,
they have
Kiss
extended
Off
that
probably the
tornado
biggest
emergency
troublemaker,
now
but you know,
into Chilton
I'm just
County,
saying.
Coosa
Remember how that
County,
goes?
and Elmore
Wah
County.
wah
So
wah wah
basically,
wah
what
wah
just
wah
happened
wah 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 wah
is
wah.
all of these areas that were under just the tornado warning out ahead of this tornado emergency. Now you've been upgraded to a tornado emergency. Okay, this is the only tornado storm that's going on right now. All right, so with that, I'm not going to zoom out. I'm not going to focus on anybody else. We're going to get these guys through this storm here, and then we'll start talking about other places.
Oh man, oh man.
This is this right here is where the
13%?
tornado is. Once again, one of the most impressive signatures you will ever see on radar for a tornado here. It's still lofting debris into the air.
Well, I didn't want to go nowhere until
we're
Ronnie
hearing
comes
all
back.
kinds of crazy stories and news updates about what's happening here. I'm going to relay those soon, but first I've got to keep you updated on where this thing's going next.
Hey, you know what?
Let's see here.
Might surprise y'all one day. Just give you a ping pong ball to bounce around a little bit. Bing, 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 bing.
Goodness, there is so much going on here. This is just above Prattville and close to Pine Level, Alabama. Look at that thing. There is a lot.
It's your turn. I'm waiting.
A whole lot.
There's Ronnie. I was waiting for you to come back, buddy. I didn't want to go nowhere until you came back. Sweet the lead.
Oh, folks. And we'll get to that right here in a second. But first, I know we got a lot of new people pouring in. We got people sharing this all over. I really do appreciate you guys helping me get this information out. It's
If you
life-saving
didn't care,
information.
you wouldn't say you
That
don't
could
care.
really help people out if they don't have some other adequate way of getting it. I just want to reiterate that right now we have a tornado emergency for Chilton County, Coosa County, and Elmore County, Alabama. Did you
Oh,
just
he
hear
didn't do
your county
anything,
name?
Samoan.
Get to
Joyful
shelter,
was just
all right,
feeling
because
real
we have
joyful.
a life-threatening tornado of the likes that
No,
we
she
don't
accidentally
usually
slipped on her
see
finger on her phone.
happening right now.
But after he got
in,
timed out,
Alabama,
then it became
and
a joke.
right now near Wadsworth. It's going to continue to move up towards Lightwood. All right, within the next little bit. I've been doing my best to
You're
try to
safe
call
for
out
now,
these town
Ronnie.
names and give you a heads up. But really, at this point, we just need to be going by county. If your county is under a tornado emergency right now, this is one of the few times that will happen in your whole life. So, don't worry about exactly where the tornado is. Just get to shelter. Get to shelter if your county is in that tornado emergency. Wow. Yeah, I'm kind of speechless. This is, I did not expect this to happen today.
Well, it's called tough love, Ronnie.
And the storm
called
is hitting
tough
here
love.
now. We can hear the winds roaring outside at the studio. We are nowhere near any tornadoes, so don't worry about us. We don't
Hopefully,
have to
Joyful didn't get mad at me and she
take
didn't
shelter,
leave.
but we
Where you at, Joyful?
might lose power. Very small chance, but just be wary of that.
Notice here lately, I upset people left and right.
Still a big tornado down on the ground here south of Marbury. All right, this is where it is. That's where the tornado is right now, south of Marbury, and it's moving up towards Lightwood. It's getting ready to cross Highway 143. Highway 143, that's where it's going right now. Yeah, we got a 27-mile-an-hour wind gust there, and it sounds like maybe some small hail. You can hear it on the roof a little bit. Here's that graphic information on that tornado emergency. This is a life-threatening situation. Seek shelter now if you're in Marbury, Alabama, or anywhere near it.
See, now, what was that
It's a
Kiss Off was saying
life-threatening
about talking
situation.
Atlanta
Seek
shit?
shelter now.
And who's doing the talking? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. I think Kiss Off's more Democrat than she realizes, because she accuses people of what she does. And that's kind of like true Democratic behavior.
That right
I'm just saying.
is one of the craziest things you'll ever see.
I'm just saying.
And it's not over yet. It's not over yet. This thing is still producing an insane amount of rotation. It's still lifting debris. Who knows how long this will last, honestly. We could see this go.
Who are you
We
talking
could see
about
this
now,
storm be a
Gino?
problem all the way up into the edge of the warning there, up near Alexander City. So I just really hope everybody is respecting the polygon, in the words of James Spann there, and getting in their safe spots.
Somebody done stirred Gmo.
It'll be in Lightwood now within a couple of minutes. Lightwood, Alabama.
By the way, don't
you gotta
forget,
run, not
if you
walk
go
to
out and come
shelter.
back, go up to the top, and instead of top check, go to live check. Although it really don't matter much. I'm at 11%. So
TYB time, thank you. I appreciate all the support, y'all.
oh, so see, that was just Joyful's way of giving you a remembering moment of when she was saying hello to you.
I'm just watching the
And that it was good to
information flow
see
in
you.
here.
So you'll remember that time you got smacked
All right,
by
here's
the
a
gavel,
video.
and it'll be that time that Joyful was saying hi, and it was good to see you.
Bama box.
Remember that time you couldn't talk in Rescues chat? Joyful was
This is
saying
from
good to see
Bama
you.
box.
See?
This is one of the several videos that I'm seeing of the tornado. Bama box. By the way, I'm going to retweet this on Twitter if you want to see this up close. This was
I'm at 10%.
just before it
I've
went
been at it
through.
for 3 hours,
I believe
5
this was when
minutes.
the tornado was near
Oh,
Joffrey.
Ryan Hall still going at it.
I think this was.
I think I'm going to call it. Oh. Just don't be hard on people, Gmo. We all got our flaws. We all got our things. At least he means well at heart. So that's what matters. Or at least just me. It's just my 2 cents. Later, Moonchild. Make it a great day. And you know they won't stay out of trouble. Kiss Off intentionally creates it. So. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it. That way I can rest a little bit and get ready for this evening, and hopefully have a good auction tonight. I can raise some money. That's my goal. Got to raise some scratch. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. You got to see the kiddos. Ronnie, whenever this post, I can go into chat and I can get you modded up. So I'll deal with that. Hopefully I'll see y'all this evening. 9 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Mountain, and 10 o'clock Eastern. Hang out. We'll laugh. We'll have fun. I'm going to try to raise a little money. And y'all have a great day. Make it a great day. Don't just have one. Make one a great day. Make it a great day. And then I will see y'all tonight. And with that, peace out. Much love. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Stay safe if you're in the bad weather. Keep your head down. And much love, everybody.